Hello, my friends. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my mic. Too many things. So good to see all of you guys. It's been too long. Oh my goodness. But it's a Wednesday and we are back on track for streaming, I guess. Just had, oh my gosh, so many things going on in life. Back to school, coming back from vacation, which I'll talk about in a little bit. New books, new things, voting things, all kind of stuff going on. Not voting, politically voting, voting, comic voting. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. And I was really thinking about this stream and all the stuff that had to get done. There's going to be a lot. It's jam-packed. So we're going to try and fit it all in. And then seeing all you wonderful people pop up in the chat immediately once I said we were going, once I scheduled the stream was so exciting. So the last, I don't know, 30, well, not 30 seconds, the last 2 minutes running into like getting this all set up was a little crazy. And I missed the closed captioning for Mark's mom, which I'm really kind of kicking myself at. But thank you, Mark, for being gracious about me forgetting it. I wish it was a setting that I could just keep on all the time as default, but it's not. I have to keep flipping that stupid switch every time I go live. So maybe that's something I should research of if there's a way to set that up as default. Anyway, I'm already exhausted and we just started. But here we go. Oh wait, whoops. No, I don't want to ban him. Mr. Monkey Boy, popcorning, coming in here first in the chat, right behind him, Comrade Sammy. Welcome, you guys. John's here. Mark's Music Obsession here. Emo Trash here. We got the whole gang. And then I saw just coming sliding in right now. Who's this guy? Why you be streaming the same time as Shelby? Why is Shelby streaming the same time as me? That's the question. I don't know. Wednesday's my day. I gotta carve my little spot here, like my Wednesday comics, right? Not Shelby's Wednesday comics. No, I'm just kidding. Feel free to jump back and forth. Shelby, I'm sure, is doing something really cool. He just had a stream about. He keeps posting these new streams for Art for Inspiration, and the last one he did, or one of the last ones he did, was an Essential Volume number 8, which is a compilation of X-Men. But the Essential compilation, not the Epic collection to be confused with, but the Essential compilation compiles it all in black and white, just line art. And so that chunk, I just watched that stream, I think yesterday, that he posted. And that chunk is like Mark Silvestri years, and it's amazing to see that stuff in black and white. So they're kind of these thick, like phone book digests compilations that they print on crappy newsprint. But because it's black and white, it looks really cool. So now I'm on the hunt looking for it or finding a cheaper version of that. So darn you, Shelby. My only regret of streaming at the same time he is, apparently, is he doesn't get to show up here, or I don't get to show up in his chat. So bummer for both of us. But yeah, but you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. So awesome one. Yeah. Oh, what's up? What's up, Jason? Unhinged is here at work, swinging by to say hello. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? You've been streaming too. There's a stream of yours that's in my queue that I haven't watched too. I think it was a topicless one. But yeah, great. Great to see you, man. Did I see Katie's in here? Here she is. Katie's here. Hello, everyone. Katie is awake and well in the UK. What's up, everybody? It's so good to see you guys. It's been way, way too long. Partially because I was on vacation, like I mentioned last week. Let me get my notes here. I do have to write notes for today because there was a lot to do. Because I was on vacation last week, my family went to Colorado, which was awesome. It's only my second time in Colorado, but beautiful where we were staying. And but the amazing thing is, and for those of you who follow my community tab on YouTube, the amazing thing is, so where we were staying It's kind of this little ski town. I don't ski, but and there's no snow there right now. But there's this little ski town about an hour plus away from Denver. And what I usually do when I first get to any new location is I go on Google and I'm like, comic book shop. And I'm trying to look for whatever the local comic book shop is there. And however, where I was staying, there was no comic book shop within an hour. So I was pretty bummed about that because one, I love visiting local comic book shops. And two, there was a few books that were coming out, which I was kind of excited about. And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm not going to get to pick those up during the week. So I kind of reserved myself of like, oh, well, I guess no comics this week. And I can work on other things, can do some writing or whatever. But we flew in and out of Denver. And Denver has one of the largest, longest comic book shops in the country called Mile High Comics. And I didn't put two and two together because Mile High, Denver is the Mile High city. I didn't put two and two together, but I have grown up reading comic books that have had an ad for Mile High Comics in the back. It's this like chipmunk or beaver, I don't even know what it is, holding this flag. And you can see an image of it on my community tab. So when I did a Google search, I was like, oh, we're going to be in Denver. We had a little bit of time before our flight left. So I did a Google search and it was like Mile High Comics. And I was like, wait, what? And it was only like 15, 20 minutes from where we were. So I was like, but we only had a short amount of time before our flight left. So I literally had probably about 20, 25 minutes to go stop by. But my family was very gracious. They were like, you should do it. What are the chances you get to do it? So I went. And I was totally overwhelmed by this place. And the cool thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut together a video of Mile High Comics for my comic book store spotlight. But I'm going to show you guys some of the raw footage I took because I couldn't wait for me to be done editing that to show it to you. I wanted to show it earlier. So I'm going to show you guys some of the raw footage I took. But it is overwhelming for those of you who are in a location that has like a Costco or Sam's Warehouse or BJ's is another chain, like warehouse chain. It's like that. It was like the Costco of comics. It was a huge warehouse. And I even got a shirt there. Check this out. My first comic book shirt. Yeah? Let's see, it's this weird, whatever, chipmunk. I don't know, squirrel. I don't know what he is, but this is the image that I've always seen in the comic books, like in the back of a comic book. Is that not crazy? So when I saw that, I was like, I gotta get a shirt. I go into Mile High. It's like all I went to Denver is I got this lousy shirt from Mile High Comics. It was kind of like that. I was like, I gotta get a shirt, and I bought some stuff there. I bought some books. It was really exciting. It was like the best capper to my trip. So yeah, that is something I'm going to share with you guys today. And then I'm going to talk about the books that I picked up both at Mile High and today that I went to my local comic book shop. And then we're going to vote. I'm going to set up, hopefully get it right. I'm going to vote on the next image that I'm going to do a master study of, which I'm really excited about. I just love how that whole master study series of videos worked out. And just doing that art page, it gave me so much it just filled my creative tank to work on that. And so I want to keep doing that. I want it to be a regular thing. And then I remember, I think it was Mark, Music Obsession, who mentioned last time, he was like, oh, you should do a poll of what the next one is. And so I looked at a few different pages. I picked the artist that I want to do, but I picked a few different pages and then I will show it to you guys. I just saw Mr. Monkey Boy. Not yet, man. I'm going to work my way up to Mobius, but holy moly, I would not step into Mobius as the as the second master study that I would do. That would kill me. That's like Adam from the stream saying I should do Jeff Darrow. Jeff Darrow will probably be like the 10th master study I do, not the second. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys three pages. I'll give you three options of which one to do. It's all by the same artist, and I'll reveal that later. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Let me catch up on the chat. You guys are just it's just popping. I just want to make sure I didn't catch anything. I mean, I'm not going to talk about everything, but I just want to catch up and make sure I'm talking about the right things. Like this. I joined Dago, and here's my I Only Farts page. Check it out. Mr. Monkey Boy talking about the bots he's erasing from his social media. John, oh boy, everybody's saying hello to everybody. Afternoon, I caught Katie. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind. I was on a roll. It was just kind of flowing. Then I look at the chat and it's like, oh, I didn't even give you guys these. Mark's music obsession. He's right there, man. Mr. Monkey Boy.
How do you say monkey in French?
Awesome one.
Yes, that's awesome.
Let's not forget the chat ninja. She's here. Emo trash. She's saying she had more spuds today. Good. She was a little bit hangry on the chat yesterday. A little bit hangry with cherished psalms. Katie, I don't have a sound for you. Got to work on a sound for you. Oh, somebody. This is something I was going to mention up. Hold on. Let me just get through some of these chats here. Emo Trash's PFP looks great. By the way, it does look great. Emo Trash, congratulations on a new PFP. Can't really see it that big on screen here, but if you guys, can they see it other way? Is there like a YouTube channel way? I know there was some way that I was able to like click on it to see it bigger. I don't know how, but congratulations. It's cool. I love the purples. I love the flames behind the character. It's great. Emo can't wait for school and Cracker Barrel. Yeah, school's starting. It's getting real, people. All the kids. I'm seeing kids walking around the city in their uniforms and getting on buses. Places are getting more crowded. College students are coming in, crowding up the lines at Trader Joe's. It's real. Unhinged. We already said hello to Unhinged. Glad to see you, Jason. Loving. Jason did for those of you who are not subscribed to his channel, please do it, because he always does his 5-minute. Was it 5-minute, Jason? Quick draws where he's talking and showing like speed time lapse of him drawing. And one of the latest ones he did was of Garfield, which was pretty awesome. Love me some Garfield. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to Jason. He's drawing Wolverine, Deadpool, Gambit, which he said he would never draw last night. Oh, is that Shelby? Wow. Maybe I should just stop my stream and watch that. That would be amazing. I was this close today to buying the What If Donald Duck Became Wolverine comic. I was this close. Just because I did watch Deadpool Wolverine. I loved it. It was really fun. And then that comic was kind of nuts and crazy. The art was pretty good, but I was like, I think I might regret this if I buy this, spending the money on this. So I didn't. Hey, crappy newsprint is awesome. Yeah, it is. I remember Shelby had mentioned in his stream when he was talking about this Essential Volume 8 of X-Men. He said it was similar to the Savage Dragon Archive series, which I have one. I'll show you guys. I love this format. It's cool because it is kind of like a phone book, and this is like, I have volume 1 of the archives, but it is this like newsprint. But how cool is that, just to see this huge, sorry, my direction, to see it all in black and white. This is what they did for that Essential collection for the X-Men. And I love Eric Larson's artwork in black and white. But one thing that happened to this, like with these kind of cheaper production values, the spine isn't that strong for something this thick. And so when you open it up, there's a chance that you can break the spine because it's not glued very well. So I actually did. I broke the spine on this, and then I went down the YouTube hole of like, how do you repair binding on a book? And people had suggestions of like an iron and wax paper to like reactivate the glue, and it actually worked. I re-glued the binding. Like here it was all broken, but I re-glued the binding, and so now it's okay. But I mean, it's a cheaper value. This went for, I didn't buy this for $20, but that was the cover price for this. But that's a lot of comic for $20. It reminds me of those manga digests that you can buy at like newsstands in Japan that people would read like on the trains. They're like printed on very, very bad, poor quality paper, but they're super cheap. And so, it's almost like a disposable book. It's not something for collectors, but you get a lot of content for cheap. So I guess that's the benefit of crappy newsprint. Emo Trash, so sharp. She is asking, when do you put your name in the top right corner of the stream, or have I been blind this entire? I just put it up there. I'm just playing around. I found this new, somebody I just subscribed to, has nothing to do with comics, she was a musician. What is her name? I can look it up. It's a musician that I subscribe to. She is in, I want to say Scotland. What was her name? Her name was Jenny Colquitt, Colquitt. And I just happened to randomly come across her stream, and she's a singer-songwriter, but she had this cool setup. And granted, part of it has to do with she's a musician, so she's producing something different than I am. But she had this very, very cool setup with, she was live streaming, and then I guess her streams are attached to Twitch too, which I don't know much about Twitch. So there's other functionality with Twitch, but she was definitely incorporating the YouTube chat into her screen. And she has this like keyboard that comes out, and she pulls out her guitar, and she has a drum set in the background, kind of this cool like indie vibe. And then I guess people in her stream, don't get any ideas, guys. People in her stream would like say, hey, can you play this song? Like she has a whole playlist that she plays, or they can ask her to play like a cover for a certain song. And it would pop up like song requested. The subtitle would pop up on her screen. And then she would just play the song. It was so cool. And one of the things she had was like her name up in the corner. And I was like, oh, maybe I should brand my streams a little more, because for somebody just discovering my stream, they'll be like, who's this guy? It's not like I go, hello, everybody, I'm Rocky. I don't do it that well. I don't intro myself well enough. So yeah, I'm just trying it out, Emo Trash. But thank you for noticing. I actually also have it on my next screen, which I'll show you in a second. So, but no, it is new. Hashtag justice for emo. Mark's music session caught Katie's stream at like 5:30 this morning. Ooh, that's a little early for me, Katie. But I do watch some of them after they're recorded, after they air. It was great to see you there, Mark. That's awesome. You guys building this great community. Every time I explain YouTube to people, whenever they're asking me like, wow, you do this? I'm like, so there's this group of people. They show up, they're really friendly, they're really nice, and they're having a conversation that has nothing to do with me. And that's a continuation of a conversation they're having on somebody else's stream. It's like blows me away. It blows me away every time. So it's awesome. You can only go to France and bring back you know what. Yeah. France is the place. France is the place to do it. Olympics just ended. The whole time I was watching the Olympics, I was thinking about all those comic book stores in the bande dessinée that I'm missing. So it'll happen again. I love Paris a lot, and I hope to go back soon. Emo Trash says, would also love to understand why the wrist I wasn't using hurt now. What is the deteriorate? No, you don't get to, your body doesn't get to deteriorate yet. If I know your relative age, you have to wait till you get into your 40s and later when the deterioration will really become apparent. So that's not deterioration. I think you just need to rest the wrist. But that's not deterioration yet. It starts deteriorating when you start making noises just to move. Like just to get up and you make noises. That's when you know things are deteriorating. Let's see. LOL, emo 21 and dying. 20. You absolutely don't have any right to say that anything is deteriorating other than maybe teeth could start deteriorating at 20. I don't know. Your mind, maybe, not your body. Definitely not. And if you think this is deteriorating, just hang on for a little bit. You will understand it later. I actually went to the optometrist, eye doctor yesterday to get my eyes checked, and lo and behold, my prescription has maintained, so I didn't have to change anything. I did ask the dreaded question. I'm like, well, I was drawing, and this actually was when I was doing my streams, the drawing streams, the master study streams. I was like, well, I was drawing. I did feel a little bit of strain. She's like, oh, it's inevitable. You might need reading glasses. And I've held that dam off as long as I can. And she actually did the little thing where, like, you know, my prescription, my contacts were in, and then she put the little thing in front. She's like, is this better? Is this better? And it was a little better, but she was like, you know, because it's drawing, you could just lift your head a little farther back and you'll be okay. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Like, I don't want to have to deal with. She's like, it's up to you. But I'm like, no, I don't want to have to deal with. But I'm sure it's coming. I don't have it like when I'm looking at my phone or computer screen yet. And I know people who do badly, who their eyes are really bad as far as reading now at my age. But I think so far, like, I think part of it too is because I'm drawing. A lot of the time I'm doing these master studies, which I think will be the case, is more in the evening, like later in the night. So your eyes are more tired. So yeah, but you know, fingers crossed, I got another year before I have to bite the bullet and get any kind of readers. That would just stink. Emo Trash says he's 21 in February. You're fine. Bet you can't wait to be drafted. Someone says. Yeah, there's standards for who gets drafted in. Thank goodness. Well, even if there was a mandatory draft, I definitely wouldn't make it. Let's see. Mr. Monkey Boy suggesting Mobius. Nope, that's not happening. Feminism is destroying women's attitudes. A few days in the trenches wouldn't hurt. Hey, Rocky slowly. Yes, I have noticed that too. Oh, okay. This goes to my next subject. This is wonderful. So we are at 287 subscribers. Super excited about that. Like, we hit the 275 mark. And then before I knew it, sorry, I just remembered that I need to have it. Darn it. I don't have my chapstick. Oh, well. That before I knew it, we were at 287. I'm like, wow, we're 13 away from 300. That is rad. That is so exciting. So then just recently what happened was my favorite K-pop junkie, you've seen her. You guys are well aware, know her well in the chat. She nominated my channel for the Comic Book Community Awards, which I guess she's a part of or maybe on the board of. I'm not sure. I'd never heard of them. For her favorite channel under 1,000 subscribers, which I was like, what? And I had no idea she was doing it. I just got tagged once she put the in her description of the video when she was kind of going through who she nominated. It was a form she had to fill. She put in her description who she nominated, and it tagged me. Or tagged my channel. And so I saw the notification and I'm like, what? And I watched her stream. You guys should check it out. I think K-pop called it like the Nom Noms or something, the Nom Nom nominations or something. And she mentions my channel, and I was just so honored and humbled that she would do that, because K-pop's awesome. She's part of a huge community of independent comic book creators, people who just love comics, and I've seen her stream many a times. I've enjoyed her being in my chat, and for her just to nominate, to like kind of highlight this channel And the things she said about this channel were so, so sweet. So I'm so thankful. K-pop, if you are watching this, I don't think you're here right now, but if you are watching this, thank you so much for doing that. I'm really honored that you would even consider putting my name down, and hopefully that helps boost, people figuring out who this channel is and what I do or who I am. One of the guys who was on her panel was asking if I was related to a guy named Patrick Ballesteros, who I'm not, or not that I know of. I have heard his name before, though. I think he's like a concept artist, definitely like in the animation world. So I think that's probably why there seemed to be, oh, are you guys related? But we're not. So yeah, but it was just so cool for her to mention it, and for the things that she said about this channel were great. So I love that, and I'm just so thankful for this community. You guys are really the best, and you guys really make me excited to keep doing this. So yeah, I don't even know how that works, like who votes and what, but it was just cool. They even have a list of nominations on that. If you do a search for Comic Book Community Awards, CBCA, they list out their nominations, and my little name is there. So pretty cool. Mark's Music Obsession says, I'm doing a master study of backing comics in the couple weeks. We'll be breaking the bank next week. Wait, doing a master study of backing comics. Oh, dare I say August 20th, Mark's Music Obsession? I kind of know what you might be backing. I'm so excited for you to back Shanth's book. For those of you who don't know, Shanth will be launching his Second Chance campaign for Nosfero and artist. Is he calling it artist edition for Nosfero on August 20th? So mark your calendars and keep tabs on his channel for when that goes live. But and I think you can sign up for a mailing list so that it'll notify you. But that will be very, very exciting. And I'm excited for those of you who didn't get your hands on Nosfero, the Crypt Walker, the first time, for you to be able to see that, because it's 100% my friend Shanth on paper. And you all know, as you know from his streams, he puts his heart and soul into everything that he does. So much thought and care, down to the packaging of the actual book. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly the same way for this Second Chance campaign. And I'm just looking forward to him continuing to just grind and put this good stuff out there, put the Shanth goodness out there, because it's great. It's worth it, and it's exciting. I'm always thinking about kind of the benchmarks of, he's kind of it's like in a race, he's like, the pace setter. And I'm just watching like how he does things, and like how he's continually growing his channel and growing as an artist, and just how excited he is about the stuff he puts out there. And it's so, so inspiring to me. So please back my brother, help him out, give him love when you can, because it's all Shanth. It's 100% Shanth. Better Bachelor showed an army boot camp video of woman out of uniform and the squad's leader speaking the gay holding us. What? Alfredo Alcala. Oh my gosh. Are you trying to kill me, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969? Mark, keep some money for boat gas and fishing supplies. That's nice. Cranberry Langers. What's up, Mr. Cranberry Langers?
This is a cranberry full of power.
How are you doing, Cranberry Langers? The faithful. He showed up in chat, and Cranberry, I mentioned this in your chat when you were streaming. Cranberry just streamed a AMA last week. I was literally on the plane taking off when I saw that he went live. So I threw in a couple comments in the chat and say, hey, I'm on a plane. But I was on my way to Colorado when you went live. So I hope that stream went well for you. Hope you had fun doing that, and hope you do more. For those of you who have not, subscribe to Cranberry's channel. He's building it up. Was there a girl fight I missed? Are you talking about between emo trash and share psalms? There was a little tussle in Sean's stream. There was a little tension there. But nah, they're good. They're good. School's starting. Get off my beaches. All you youngins, quit crowding the beaches. Let Mark have his peace. So Maggie have her peace. I have to leave sooner to get parts of my body removed. Oh, cavities. Whew. That could have gone way worse. Cavities. Yeah, that's not good. Well, hope you have a okay appointment. Are they removing the teeth or are they just capping it? But hope you're well. Make sure you get a ride home. Don't be driving home all doped up on narcotics from getting teeth pulled. Awesome one. Drop in the link for Cran stream. Teeth away. Emotrash says, never imagined that changing my profile picture would have such an impact. What an honor. No, it's good. Keeping it fresh. I will hopefully one day update I've updated my profile picture when I stopped going by the groomsmen. Maybe I'll update it again. Who knows? It's good. But then people start getting to know you by that picture. So there's always that. But who knows? I don't even want to know. Awesome one. But
Yes! That's awesome!
pretty awesome. She was a musician. She was a magician. She don't do no magic. She makes music. She's not a musician. She makes music. Did I say magician? That would be cool. Do you guys know any streamers that are magicians? That would be awesome for a live stream magic show. Magician. There's got to be, right? I've never searched for a live streaming magician, but there's got to be. John's back. Blame emo. How to pronounce your name is not clear. First glance. My name? Yes. I get it all the time. And I try and give people an out immediately. They're always like, Mr. Rocky. I get it all. I've gotten it all my entire life. I'm like, it's Rocky. It's just Rocky. I used to spell it when I was younger. I used to spell it R-O-C-K-Y. And actually, my parents still spell it that way. But I've gone by R-O-Q-U-E, spelt it that way since, I don't know, since I was a teenager. And it's actually my grandfather's name. So I thought, I got to honor the way it's spelled. It's cooler than R-O-C-K-Y. It looks a little bit more adult than R-O-C-K-Y. So, yeah. But maybe that's not what you were talking about, emo trash, but that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Catching up 7.5 minutes out. I'm 7.5 minutes behind the chat, so no problem there. Every time is read you name, my mind goes Roka. I've gotten Roke. Yeah. Roquefort. I had an English teacher in high school who kept calling me Roquefort. She thought she was so funny. Like the cheese. She thought she was so funny. I thought it was so annoying. I don't think she's alive anymore. Dang. No, that's not connected. But yeah. Let me see. It's getting dark. Dark in my mind. Rocky, one of my organs went kaput when I was 11. I've been deteriorating since. Oh, dang. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not cool. But, you've still got plenty of life to live. I'm sure my organs have been deteriorating since I was 11 too. But, yeah. You ain't known deterioration until you hit your 40s. Trust me on that. Mine started with my knees. Knees go out. It's true. Ankles, foot pain, back pain, shoulder pain. I'm always constantly doing this. Like if I go on walks, I'm totally doing the old Asian man thing where I'm doing like this or like this. Like trying to swing my arms. My kids are laughing at me all the time when I do that. And it is an old Asian man thing. So it's not good. Was the organ your stomach? I gave up and kept overfeeding. No pancreas. Oh, type 1 diabetic. Got you. I have relatives and friends who are type 1 diabetics. So yeah, that's not cool. One of my good buddies, he has one of those, like, I don't remember what the brand is, but it's like hooked to an app, and it, like, you constantly wear it, and it tells you when your blood sugar levels, you need an insulin shot or whatever. So it's kind of cool that technology can help with that stuff. But yeah, if you don't like needles, I always tell my kids, like, you better watch the sugar, because if you don't like needles, you don't want to be diabetic. But jokes aside, sorry to hear that, Emo Trash. I hope that's all under control and not too much of a pain. I know it's like a lifestyle change, but I hope you're well. Pancreas has a purpose. It does. Katie's sound effect. Yes. They better be British. Well, they'll probably have some sort of British twinge to it. Hopefully not to be stereotypical, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I already have reading glasses because I had oh my gosh, Emo Trash. My gosh. Oh yeah, diabetes can affect your vision. That's true. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. We're all going to get reading glasses anyway, so it's okay. I've beaten you. You have. You win. You win. Winner. Yeah, Emo is an overachiever. She is, but we appreciate everything. Look, you changed your profile picture more than I have. Like, you won in that too. Katie's sound effect should be the coconuts from Monty Python movie. I'm going to write that down. I am going to write that down. Where is my... Oh, here. Katie, coconuts. Hopefully I'll remember that note. Sorry, I'm doing all right. Thanks. Still working on my shelves with her golden chainsaw. Taking longer than I thought it would. But this? Yep. You got a good sense of humor about it. I had to Shelby and tell K-pop. Oh, awesome ones doing God's work, jumping back and forth, stealing people from Shelby. Katie streams are great. Learn all the British slang. In it, bruv. In it, bruv. It's great. Awesome one. Did you learn what PFP stands for? K-pop was very cool in doing that. Mark's Music Session says, you early risers able to swing in on K-pop's K-pop. I was thinking Katie. Yes, K-pop was very cool in doing that. She was great. She's so sweet too, and she's so supportive. I was watching one of her streams the other night, and she picks, like, super independent creators. I hope the day that I produce a book, she will interview me. But she is so supportive and, like, just 100% in as, like, a backer, and, like, talking about all the cool things she likes about it. And then there were some people who were saying, oh, there's a whole debate between Kickstarter and Indiegogo or Fund My Comic, all the crowdfunding platforms, and the few people in the chat, in her chat, were saying what they didn't like, and they were just kind of poo-pooing a little bit. And she was like, hey, whatever works, I'm going to back you. Whatever, if I like your book, I'm going to back it. And that's kind of the mentality that I think, or at least where I'm coming from, like, whatever platform somebody picks, if I like it, I'm going to back on that platform. So what's up, K-pop junkie? She made it. I just gave you all the, like, props early on. You can go back and watch it, but now that you're here, thank you so much for what you did, for nominating my channel. I appreciate it. I will never forget that, and it just really makes my day for somebody with such a tiny channel as mine getting noticed and nominated was a big deal. It's a big deal for me. So thank you so much. It just made my day, and you for sure are going to be one of the next sound effects recipients for this channel. So stay tuned, but really appreciate it. And thanks for coming. Thanks for I don't know. Did Awesome One steal you from Shelby's channel? You could do both. People could do double screens. I've done it before. Katie giving us the British accent, British slang. Is it slang in it? I guess so. I love the British accent as much as I love the Parisian French accent. I do love the British accent. It's so proper, so proper. Well deserved. Your channel is awesome. Thank you, K-pop. So sweet. Let's see. Wow. Okay, everybody's saying hey to K-pop. We're all friends here. John's caught up. I'm almost there. No, not really. Already got a whole batch from Michael Bancroft last week. Nice, Mark. Do you like it? Do you like his stuff? Lucent. Michael Bancroft. I can see why him and Shanth really connect too, because they go deep in the like philosophy and the thinking and the like subtext and all the influences in their writing and stuff. So it's really cool. It's like super, super rich, their writing and creation. So I'm glad that you got that. I think you picked up the puzzle that of Shanth's design for Bancroft's book. So that's awesome. You can do that puzzle with your mom. Do we get Carrie and Shanth later too? I don't know. I do know you're back, John. Well, I mean, maybe this was like 20 minutes late, but I do know it. I'm all right. I'm going to the dentist soon. You missed me. I just lived in Colorado. No kidding. Colorado. Yeah, Colorado's beautiful. I'd love to move there. Although Denver wasn't as nice of a city. We didn't, like I said, we stayed in a city that was away from Denver, about an hour and a half away. So we were like in the mountains and it was just beautiful all around, like lakes. Then we drove to Denver during the day because when we arrived in Denver, it was dark. I didn't really see much, but we drove to Denver in the day to leave. And I was like, that's not as nice as where we were. But they have Mile High Comics. So, I don't know. Hopefully next time we go, we can explore Denver a little bit more. But it wasn't visually as pretty as the city we were staying in. All right, let's see. Talking about girl fight. I've subbed Cranberry Langers. Hope to catch the next one. Nice, Katie. Check that out, Cranberry Langers. A new subscriber. Cheris does a little cringe, and that's okay. Someone here has to make her aware. What? We love our Cherish Psalms. That's amazing. Just a bunch of shallow ones, no teeth popping. Okay, good. I'm the only one that calls you groomsman. Nice. I love it. I'm not ashamed of that name. Brain rot is exactly why Cheris only gets bullied a tiny bit. Just a smidge. Row Q. Yeah, I get that too. I get it too. Row. Awesome One, were you a LA TV writer in your previous life? Because you are quick, my friend. You are really quick. When you search for Rocky, you actually get hits too. Like on Google? Ugh, don't do that. Don't do that. I like Rocky. It's unique. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. Except the fact that I have to explain it to people. One of the things we did when we were in Colorado is we went whitewater rafting with my family, which was very fun. And the gal who was our guide, she kept asking my name over and over again. She's like, wait, what was your name again? Is it Ricky? And I'm like, no, it's Rocky. And she's like, oh yeah, okay. And then she'd go and talk, and then she's like, is it Ricky? And I'm like, no, it's Rocky. I'm like, it's like Bullwinkle, Rocky, or the boxer. And she's like, oh, and then she never forgot it there. So all those kind of things I've lived with. Less so when I stopped spelling it ROCKY, but now that I don't spell it RCKY, then I get all the weird pronunciations. So it's all right. All right, Cranberry Layer is taking off. See you later, Cranberry. We'll see you around. Thank you. Good old Asian man Rocky. That's right. That's me. I also currently have a continuous monitor. It's the first that hasn't completely pissed me off yet. All right. Nice. Oh, wait, continuous monitor. Oh, not like a monitor you look at, but a continuous monitor for your blood sugar. Oh, geez. All right. Dang. I thought you were talking about like just that you're watching. Yeah, I mean, at least they have that kind of technology now. I can't imagine before, like always having to test your levels, your blood sugar levels. Like that can't be fun. So you win. Okay, wait. I just want to make sure. Titanium drill. Oh my gosh. Definitely gold. Oh, drill. Yeah, not chainsaw. You're not using a chainsaw to make shells. You're using a drill. That's right. Awesome one successfully stoleth me from Shelby. Nobody tells Shelby. He won't know. He's got more followers than me. He won't know. K-pop, stay here. Hopefully you get way more subs. Thank you. I hope so too. I think Shelby ignores me now. My mind is too bizarre for him. You have that effect, Asaman. You have that effect. But I love it because it's one man's bizarre is another man's quick wit. We'll say that. Emo Trash says, I hated needles as a kid, not gonna lie, but after waking up with all sorts of tubes and wires attached to me on that fateful day, kind of fixed that really quick. Yeah. I know when people discover that they have like pancreas failure or like, yeah, diabetes, like it could get gnarly very quick. One of our good friends' daughter, super young, younger than 11, I think. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. She might be around 11, 12. She got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And yeah, she was like really lethargic and not eating. And her mom was like, what is going on? And they were like on a road trip and it was really stressful. So, but they got it all figured out. And now she's constantly monitored with these devices. But her mom's always kind of stressed out a little bit because, you know, the daughter's so young. She's just a kid. And for her to have to worry about something as serious as their blood sugar level constantly throughout the rest of her life is very stressful on the mom. All right, let's see. K-pop is a stream lord. She is. All right. Okay, let me see. Is John's mom the woman who held captive Misery? Search for Rocky on YouTube. If not try. Okay, don't try Google, John. Don't even venture there. I did get the puzzle of Sean's work, not here yet, but also got both Lucent books in soft and hard covers. Wow, you are such a fan. That's awesome. Congratulations. It's great. And both of them, I think, don't they have different covers? That's great. That's really cool. I wish. I almost mostly get accused of being on crack. Many TV writers are on crack, so maybe that tracks. Googling Rocky brings up a plethora of other things, but I ain't seeing our Rocky. Okay, just don't try. Don't even try. Like that's. I told you not to. Mr. Monkey Boy. Oh wait, that's Mark. Sorry. Which I should
How
just.
do you say monkey in French?
I gotta relabel that because I have. Why do I have that labeled as MM? Oh yeah, that's Mark. Oh, I'm reading Mr. Monkey Boy, but looking at MMO. That's why. Sorry. Okay. Oh wait. I hit the end. Yes, I've hit the end here. I think. I'm also discovering that Rocky has a website. Oh, yeah. It's too late. That's fine. You can see my website. That's fine. I actually updated it not too long ago. That's fine. Wow. Okay, that was a long intro, guys. We didn't even get to any comics. I'm done. The end. No. All right, cool. Let's see. What should I show you guys first? I will show you. Yep, I already did that. See that? So much stuff to do. I had to make a list. Okay, let me show you guys the nope, that's wrong. Let me show you guys the videos, the raw footage from the raw footage from Mile High Comics. There we go. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not blowing up anything. I just saw a spinning circle. That's not good. All right. Can you guys see this? Booyah. I see a spinning circle. I hope I don't break anything. Uh-oh. I think it's thinking. I think I had too much stuff. I think I got to quit out. All right, shoot. Sorry. I had too many videos opened and then it blew up. I'm not in preview mode, right? Okay, so let me quit out of that and I'll have to reopen it. Force quit. They do have different cover art. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's cool. That makes it. I love it when people do that. And I think Sean's doing that for his Second Chance campaign. He mentioned that on stream that he was going to add some different art or something to it. I don't know if it's a different cover, but definitely he's going to give something new so that you know, you're just not getting the same thing time for the second time around. Like for people who want to back the book twice, like somebody like me, or they want to get something a little bit new for doing that. Let's see. I'm going to open all these with QuickTime Player. Hopefully that doesn't blow up everything. It might. Oh, shoot. Okay, we don't need that one. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I have these all open up, but what is that? Why can't I see? Technology. Why can't I see the tab of? I guess I don't need to see that one. It's doing something crazy. Oh, okay. Weird. So what's this guy? That didn't work. Okay, let me try this one more time. There it goes. It's like 1,000 videos. Not really 1,000, but it's a lot. And I'm just trying to get it all so that they're all tabs on one video. And then, okay. Close this. Go here. Preview mode. And then this. You guys can see that. Okay. And then publish. Booyah. Okay, you guys see that? Look at all these tabs I got open. All right, cool. So let me just play. This was us driving up to Mile High. It's in this kind of industrial area. And but like you can see it's like totally this way. Can you guys see that okay? I made sure I published, right? This is live. But that was it. Like I was already blown away. No, it's not in San Francisco, John. I was in Colorado. Hence the name Mile High. But this is super famous. I think actually the guy I was talking to inside said that they had a location in Texas also, which I didn't know. But this one is their biggest one. Let's see. This is kind of cool. Like they had these huge banners. It was really hot that day. These huge banners of like different comics. Legit Mile High. It really was. Wait till you see inside. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, Jeremy Burtz? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. I'm just going over some raw footage. I will be editing this down the road for like a comic book store spotlight video like I've done for my local shops here and some other shops. But this is footage for Mile High Comics in Denver, Colorado. Wait, that... Oh yeah, this was going inside. I always love doing these shots and like inside, walking inside the door. And then they had these cool like vintage articles or newspaper clippings people had visited. There's the t-shirt I bought, the one I'm wearing right now. And then, okay, let me close that. Close this. I already saw that. Let me close these as we go. This was like, they had some cool like paraphernalia in there, movie paraphernalia. This was like a Deadpool mask signed by Ryan Reynolds and from Deadpool 2, Josh Brolin, Morena Baccarin, Zazie Beetz, and a couple other people. Pretty cool. More articles. I don't have to look at that one. This was amazing. These are like slabbed comics, but like some of these, I don't know if you guys can read the prices on some of them. Some of them were like $30,000, like crazy. That I have a closer shot of that this Hulk hand here, like some of the most expensive comics I've ever seen in person. This was walking into, yeah, this is walking. Look at this warehouse, guys. Crazy. Like I didn't have that much time, and when I walked in there, I was like hyperventilating because I'm like, this is so big, this is so overwhelming. And the guy kept coming up to me. He's like, "Are you okay? Can I help you?" And I'm like, "I'm just a little overwhelmed." He's like, "Yeah, it can be overwhelming." He was like really understanding. There's the Stan Lee Hulk fist next to a Stan Lee pop. Pretty awesome. This was like more toys and stuff. Just shots of like toys. John says, okay, who allowed Rocky to go to Colorado? Who let me in this place? John is asking, what is that when lines are too close together for videoing? I think it's moire. Are you seeing some of that right now? Is that what you're seeing? Hopefully not. Like the resolution. Look at these awesome statues. So cool. I mean, we see these in regular stores, but they had just like so many of them. I didn't even have a chance to video all of them. I just videoed like the ones that I thought were pretty cool. Look at all these. It was just like, come on. Crazy. Awesome statues. I'm not even a big statue guy, but I was just like blown away by their collection. Some Transformers there. This was like, just I didn't even walk down these aisles. I just like was videoing it. But they even had this cool section. It was like again, I didn't have much time, but it was like an auction section a little bit where I guess they had stuff up for auction. I didn't even know what it was. And then this is just more statues, fun statues there. Yeah, it's like a convention, like walking into a convention. Oh, I love this. This like huge, wait for it a second. Watch its eyes. Like these digital eyes blink. Isn't that cool? So cool. So the lines thing upon your approach with a sign over the garage doors, it was happening with the garage doors. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably like a resolution frame rate thing. Hopefully that's just because I'm streaming it, live streaming the QuickTime. I hope it doesn't happen in the final product, the final export. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. Look at this alien head. So cool. Really cool. Designed by Geiger. H.R. Geiger. And then I don't know if you can see on the left here, that's like the tank from the movie. I don't think I filmed that though. Or did I? No. Okay, this was cool. This is like a help desk. Like those are rows and rows of like back issue trade paperbacks. And you can't even walk back there. You have to like talk to the person there who I didn't even see them, but saying like, oh, I want to look for whatever. This trade paperback from 1986, blah, blah, do you guys have it? And they probably have it. But they have a whole help desk for that. This is a closer shot here. Crazy. 10,000 books that will soon be added to, I guess, the main floor. I don't know. That's nuts. Anime manga section. I don't even think this was a good shot. What's this? Oh, this is why, because I panned over. Look at that awesome Master Mold Sentinel. Or maybe it's like just a Lego Sentinel. Looks like Master Mold. Pretty cool. I think it was handmade. Here's some graphic novels. So these were like ones that you could buy. Oh, this was cool. This was like a section of, I guess they have it for like people who come and give talks or speakers or presentations. These kids were just kind of hanging. It's also could be like a reading area, but I thought it was so cool to just see like they have the space to have people come and like mostly, as you guys know, with comic book stores, they don't have this kind of space to have just for people to sit down. But I feel like sitting areas are such a huge kind of important part to it, important part to a comic book store because it gives people a chance to explore and read and just find things that they wouldn't norm to, feel welcome to sit down. So I really love that space. These were just like just more comic books. Look at all these pops. Crazy cool. Tons of pops. More pops. I think I just didn't like that other shot, so I did a different shot. Oh yeah, they had more like back issue stuff back here. It's like it's like a flea market almost. This was for back issues. Again, another desk, a different desk than the one I just showed you. Here's a cool shot of like the back issues that you can flip through when you're out, that are out on the floor. Super awesome. I didn't even get a chance to touch any of these. Like if I had, I could have easily spent a couple days in this place hunting for stuff. I just didn't have the time. We were about to get on a plane, so I only had 20, 25 minutes. These are CGC graded comics based on year. Unbelievable. Hey, Cherish Psalms, how are you? We were just talking about you and the great emo trash debate from yesterday in Shant's chat. No. How are you doing? John says, Rocky, you didn't give your TED talk while you were there? What would Greta say? I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have it prepared. And my two fans that were already they were okay with it, that I didn't have it prepared. They were all right. What's up, my brother? Shanth and Jetty Art in the house. How are you doing, man? Shanth was sending me some great videos while I was on vacation. Maybe we should watch those, Shanth, together. He sent me a great video of Mark Schultz, fantastic artist and creator of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, of him inking and how he inks. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Let's see. Oh, these were like, this was a section. Can you see that little sign down here at the bottom, turn back? Like you're not allowed to walk. These are just back issues that you're not allowed. I guess they still had to, I don't know, file those away or catalog them. It's a little bit of Hoarder's House, but in a warehouse. Or Area 51, like the Lost Ark might have been it's hidden somewhere in the back there. It's just amazing. Yeah, this was that sign, turn back. Had to get that on camera. So these were for their back issues, $3.95, 7 for $20. I don't even know how much it was for 50, but so cool. Like, and I didn't even have a chance. I would have easily walked away with spending a lot of money if I had. So maybe it was good that I didn't have that much time because I would have spent a lot of money. Here's another angle. John asks, were you doing these shots on your iPhone, Rocky? I was, amazingly enough. Yeah, can do all my filming I do on my iPhone. I have not invested in a better camera than my iPhone, but it works on a pinch, and the quality is really good. You know, like they have this mode on the newer iPhones called cinematic mode, and you can control where it focuses. But the bananas thing about Apple and how they made the cinematic mode is you can not only just control you can not only control the focus where it focuses in the moment as you're videotaping it or filming it, but you can go back and edit it and change where it focuses after the fact. So like, for example, if I started off, I'm like, oh, I want it to be focused on the back issues in the front and then change focus to the background. And then after I look at it, I'm like, I actually want it reversed. You can reverse it in the edit. So that's amazing. I really love that about the iPhone software. So yeah, all on my iPhone. John's asking, Shanth, are you streaming tonight? I hope so. Shanth was talking about getting ready to send his boy to college. So, but he wanted to do a pizza live. So come on, Shanth. Are you doing it on a Wednesday? What are you doing? Cherish Psalm says, what debate? No debate. No debate. Okay. Maybe I blew it out of proportion. All I know is it had to do with like potatoes, somebody being hungry. Maybe that was just me. Bell being oh no, here it goes. Oh my gosh, you guys, keep it civil. Cranberry ain't here to back you up. Keep it civil. Oh my gosh, you guys were just talking about Belle, the Disney princess, in the chat, in Shanth's chat yesterday. Was it Shanth's chat? I think so. But you didn't even get into the conversation of like who's the best Disney princess. That would kick up crazy debate. I would jump into that debate. Emo Trash is pleading her case. The lady is crying about college. I feel you, man. I feel you. All right. Oh wait. Okay. Let me get through more of this. Yeah. More back issue stuff. I'll just fast forward through that. Cool statues. Look at that demon dog from, what was the name of that dog in Ghostbusters? I forgot. Awesome statue though. There's Slimer. I think I have another video of Slimer. Look at these green lanterns, the colored rainbow lanterns. Amazing. I think they were all like based on a comic book store. I know those rings, they were handing out those rings when the comics came out for the Green Lantern, the different colored wars, whatever they called it. Totally blanking. But I think the bigger lanterns probably came for the stores, or like you could order them through the stores. But I thought that was awesome. Another angle of these guys, same. Oh, this was like the address of Mile High. I was just filming it. The Captain America shield. How cool is that? This was at the checkout counter. And then, oh, and this is a t-shirt I bought, which I'm wearing right now. But that dumb chipmunk or whatever he is, Denver Beaver? I don't know. But I had to get him. I think I wrapped the camera around here. A second. Yep. There he is. See how it goes out of focus? Like I can change that after the fact so that it does focus on him. So I wasn't worried so much about it in the moment. Pretty cool. What's this last one? Oh yeah, this is just the iconic sign. So cool. Isn't that cool? So cool. Really rad. I loved it. I was totally blown away by it and really excited that I had just a smidge of time to go there. There's other stores like that I want to go, that I have been to before, but I haven't filmed at, like Midtown Comics in New York. Today I was talking to somebody at my local comic book store about Mile High and going there. And he said he went to the store that in New Jersey that Kevin Smith owns, the director Kevin Smith, who wrote Mallrats and Dogma, and he's a huge comic book fan himself. He owns a store too. And I was asking him, like, how big is it? Oh, he's like, it's really small, actually, and they don't even carry back issues. But it was just iconic that he was able to go there. So pretty awesome. There's so many cool comic book stores to visit, and that one definitely is a milestone, no pun intended, for me. Emo Trash says, actually, the OG Ariel kind of was too. Was what? Don't be talking about Ariel. Don't be talking about Ariel. Don't be talking about her badly. Better than crying about never having that day like me, brother. I get it, though. It just shows all that love. Oh, that's really sweet, Mark. All right, you guys are getting into it. Didn't EVS have something to do with the... Yes, he was one of the main... Ethan Van Sciver was one of the main creators on all the Lantern spectrum. So that he made a huge mark on DC Universe with the invention of like the different emotions that were tied to the different colored lanterns and kind of reinventing Green Lantern. I even have one of my favorite Ethan Van Sciver books. This is actually what I discovered his work on was Rebirth, Green Lantern Rebirth. This is some of his best mainstream work, in my opinion. It's like next level. So yeah, this is really cool. Some great Lantern stuff in here. I mean, this one focused more on... It didn't go quite into all the spectrum cover, but I mean, it's great. Amazing stuff. Really great art. The story was great. Super heavy, dark. Look at that Sinestro. So cool. Wow, I haven't even gotten to the comics I was supposed to talk to, and we're already well steep into it. The new Snow White will probably... Yeah, I saw a trailer for that movie. It does not look good. No comment. That's a gopher. Oh, okay. Gopher. For Mile High? Okay. Yeah, I believe that. I thought it reminded me of the... whoa, sorry. My mic was misplaced. It reminded me of the guy from Caddyshack. Was that a gopher too from Caddyshack? Cherish Psalm says, she's putting a stake in the ground. Okay, the best Disney princess. To be honest, I'm partial to Snow White. Really? Sorry, but really? You liked her voice? Come on. This is my favorite. And I only do this because it's right here in front of me. Come on. It don't get any better than that. Come on. Amazing. This is not an original. It's just a print. But she's my fave. And I'm sticking to it. Prayers for all of you and Jetties. Big transition in life. Yeah, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. Snow White is a girl boss who won't have a rapist prince. Ariel, uh-oh. Emo Trash. Are we doing this? Ariel was a bratty little teen that did nothing but defy authority and try to manipulate some poor guy, like many feminists do nowadays. Emo Trash. What? Where is this going? I'm going to shut this stream down. Where is this going? Yeah, you guys are in the same way. All right. I can respect that, but I don't have to agree with it. No opinion on who exactly is the best of the Disney princesses. Ariel just hit it right there for me. I think I was at the right age. Yeah. I don't know. I cannot I cannot agree with you guys. I knew Ariel voice actress first. She goes to small. No kidding. Jodie Benson. Yeah, she's amazing. Her voice still sounds like that. There was at one point in my career, I was working on like a educational game for, it wasn't with Disney, it was for Disney, and we were working on Little Mermaid, and I guess Jodie Benson has it in her contract, like whenever Little Mermaid, even to this day, whenever she speaks, she is doing the voice. They're not doing any replacement people or whatever, and she gets paid for it, obviously, and has made buku bucks off of it, and rightfully so. She has an incredible voice. But the producers that I was working on that project with knew how much I loved The Little Mermaid, so they got Jodie, and they had to do a voice record with Jodie Benson, and they got her. I wish I still had it. I actually don't know where it is. I think I have it burned on a CD somewhere. But they had her saying something, like talking to me, saying like, "Hey, Rocky, like blah blah, this is Ariel," and I was like, like it was amazing. So yeah, kudos, Jodie Benson. If I don't respond, I'm gonna. I thought you were getting your teeth pulled right now, or capped. You're still here. What's up? Original Snow, not the new whatever you call it. The original Snow White. I felt like she was so like one dimensional, and I thought she was kind of annoying. I don't know. That's me. She sounds like Betty Boop. Yes, the original Snow White does. I do think she does. I love the original Little Mermaid as much as the next nerd, but I also have zero issue pointing out her many faults. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I like how you have her animation frame. You're true. I am. I mean, that artist, Glenn Keane, is one of my all-time tops. Does not get better than that guy ever in animation. Incredible. He's an incredible man too. So yeah, I think that and yeah, doesn't get better than that. The artistry in that, in her and her characterization and her like feeling what she felt being expressed through music. You guys all know, or some of you guys know how much I love me my musical theater. That expression through music of a story and kind of a character's journey and like ups and downs of the emotions. I mean, when she lost her voice and she could only act, come on guys. Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Monkey Boy. Mr. Monkey Boy keeping us on track. This is not a Disney princess streaming channel, although I probably would get way more followers if it was. Okay, let's see. I did Mile High Comics. All right, let's get into My Wednesday Comics. That's what we're here for. That's who we are. We're not going to fight over Disney princesses too much. All right, let's get into it. Oof. Bad positioning of my mic. Is that coming from this light? I don't like that shadow. Blah. Okay. Where are my comics? Oh, okay, here. Let's see. I guess I can... Yeah, let's just get into it. I got a bunch of stuff. Too much. Why is that crazy shadow? Let me adjust my mic. There we go. All right. So one of My Wednesday Comics, maybe 3 weeks ago, I picked up X-Men #1 of this book by Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman. And it was okay. I think you guys remember my review, or my kind of live stream review of it. It was all right. But I was willing to give it a second issue because it did get too much into the like history and the like the characters didn't totally feel like the characters I grew up with. There were some characters like Kid Omega I wasn't a big fan of because I've never really got into his stories before. That's when I wasn't reading comics as well. But the artwork was pretty cool, and so I was like, I'll give it a second issue. I didn't even know it was coming out today. So I just picked it up because I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a second issue. And that's cool. The artwork looks really cool. Ryan Stegman. So yeah, more of the same. I wasn't, the characters I'm not really into are Kid Omega and Temper, the ones that I don't know pretty much. But the other characters, you know, Juggernaut's cool. These are cool panels, cool colors. Sorry, I didn't check my lighting. I didn't even check my let me check my focus. 1 second. me just double check that my focus is good. There's nothing I hate more than like watching an old stream and I'm like, yeah, is that out of focus? Also, I had my eyes checked yesterday, so it even made me, so it was a little bit out of focus. All right, there we go. That's better. So yeah, it looks cool. Cool stuff. I don't know about the story. We'll see. The story will, ooh, that's cool. I do love that huge X on Juggernaut's face. But we'll see if the story keeps me in. That will define whether or not I want to keep picking up this book, if the story captures me. I'll talk about another X book that I did pick up that surprised me with the story. So yeah, they're revamping all this X-Men stuff. Grew up a huge X-Men fan, so I've never been into the storylines that happened after I was a fan, or a first fan, I guess you could say. So I didn't really attach to the like House of M or like or House of X, House of M, or the Krakoa storyline, all of that. So it's a little hard for me to like get into this particular series because I don't have the backstory or the history of that stuff. But the art grabbed me the first time I watched through. This is not him. This is something, just an extra story at the end. Who's this? Who is this? Somebody important is hurting. So yeah, Ryan Stegman, he has a slight, I feel like his style is influenced by Arthur Adams a little bit, which I love, as you guys know. So yeah, it's cool. If I'm not hooked on the story or like the storyline by the end of this issue, I probably won't keep picking this up. But if it does reel me in, then I will, because the artwork's good. So there you go. X-Men number 2 came out today. This is not the Gail Simone comic. I will talk about that in a second because I did pick that up. Who is that blonde girl? She's so cute. In here? This girl? I think this is Magic. I mean, I know this is Magic if this is the blonde girl you're talking about. Ilyana Rasputin, which is Colossus's sister, and she is cool. She's a cool character. I didn't even read the X books when she got into this phase, this costume. She was always in the like New Mutants costume for me growing up, so. Okay, I'm skipping over. I'm letting you guys have the princess conversation. The colors are used quite nicely for real. Yes, colors are nice. Mr. Monkey Boy, weren't you the one who was telling me that I needed to get back to comics? And now you're jumping in, throwing in Brave into the mix, Merida? Oh my gosh. Hypocrite. Rocky still has your old PFP buffered. I do? Oh, what's the new one? Yep, that girl. I like the bangs. Yeah, cute bangs. Actually, she's had bangs. I think her whole design, I think they've kept it. It makes her feel young. And she's always like the younger sister thing, at least on the Earth side. On the demon side, not so young. Okay, so speaking of which, this is her. Okay, so this is the Gail Simone book, The Uncanny X-Men. So the other one was just plain X-Men number 2. This is the Uncanny X-Men number 1, which just came out last week. I picked this up at Mile High. And this is written by Gail Simone. And I actually don't like this cover at all. I feel like this is such a weird, it's a variant cover. And it was the only one they had, or else I would have picked the standard cover A or whatever you call it. But it's a variant cover. I don't even know who this artist is. I think they list it in the back. Do they? Oh, here. I think this is Pablo Villalobos, because it says Lobos here. And I mean, it's a good picture. It feels very much like an Adam Hughes rip, who Adam Hughes is one of the best cover artists of all time. Incredible comic book artist. Did a lot of like Wonder Woman covers, and he did a Gen 13 spinoff called Ordinary Heroes. He was part of the Gaijin Studios where, sorry, something's in my eye. Gaijin Studios with Brian Stelford. Anyway, Adam Hughes, if you don't know Adam Hughes' work, you should, because he's incredible. One of the best to do it. So I feel like the style, even the proportions of the girl are very much Adam Hughesy. And then I don't know why they're doing a Disco Dazzler variant. Who knows? But this is Magic, also Ileana. And I didn't like this cover at all. It's well done, but I just didn't like it as a variant cover. But it was the only one they had. Well done. The new one is not as cool. Yeah, I didn't like it. The new profile picture. I thought you talked about the new cover. Sorry. Let's see. Magic is supposed to be more tomboy. I don't know if I ever read or I ever felt like Magic was a tomboy. I always felt like she was a young sister. Like that was her persona, younger sister. Always the younger sister, kind of feisty to Colossus and a little bit headstrong. I don't know if she was ever. I don't know if I ever felt like she was a tomboy per se. But so this is Uncanny X-Men. Gail Simone's writing it, and I am highly considering doing a closer look video for this series. I read this book yesterday, and I know I haven't done those closer look videos in a while. And I was like, well, do I still do it? I just stream my Wednesday comics, but this one in particular, or this book, as I was reading it, really made me feel like, oh, this would be great to spend a little bit more time, because there are things that I really liked about this, and there are things that I thought could be better. My bar of expectations for this book were not very high at all. Again, going back to the fact that I grew up with X-Men. They were one of my favorite characters, favorite books, especially Uncanny X-Men, and to reinvent it, to start all over and use characters that I was familiar with, it really made me like, oh, this is not going to be great. I'll give it one issue and I'll read through it and see if I like it. See if I like the art. I really thought the art was good, really decent. This artist, I've never heard of this artist before. So much so that I don't know his name. David Marquez. Oh, I have heard of David Marquez, but I'm not that familiar with his work. I have heard of him, but he's great. He's good. He's a good artist. There were some choices he made specifically in the storytelling, which I thought would make for great closer look material, where I can kind of break down what I thought, maybe could have done this a little better. Maybe I would have changed this more. But as far as just as an artist, I thought he was really good. And there were some panels in here that are fantastic. And he also had a style, it kind of reminded me a little bit. Do you guys know Jerome Opeña? It reminded me a little bit of his style. A little bit of Kenneth Rocafort in there. Kind of the sketchy, pencil-y style with realistic proportions. Dynamic, appealing characters. So I liked it. It was definitely the storytelling I had issues with in certain moments. And but the characters, when I was reading this, I got this like, wow, this kind of feels like a Chris Claremont story, which is Chris Claremont was the guy, the writer for X-Men and all the other X books when I was growing up. So I have a huge respect and affinity for Chris Claremont's stories and his storytelling style. And I was reading this, I was like, this kind of feels like it, the way the characters are feeling emotions. They're having quote unquote ordinary interactions. It's not all just like, balls to the wall, huge fights, epic galactic fights. But there's like these intimate human moments here. Sorry about the glare. That happened. but they were also not like, I've seen so many modern day comics, or maybe you can call them postmodern comics, where their everyday interactions were really like ham-fisted and just like just made me want to vomit like reading through them. I'm just like so self-aware. And yeah, so many modern comics are like that these days, where they try and make them human, but it's like too like on the nose. So I shy away from comics that do that. Just like, that's just so bleh. The writing's not great or sophisticated. But I didn't feel that way in these intimate moments. Like, they felt really real. I felt like Rogue and Wolverine and Gambit were kind of struggling and trying to understand the world in a way that was like relatable, and felt like Chris Claremont did it. And then they introduced these new characters here at the end. So anyway, there was so many different things about this book that I wanted to talk about in a more in-depth way. So I'm really considering, and I probably will do a closer look video on this particular issue. But yeah, this is Uncanny X-Men #1. Very pleasantly surprised. I will for sure be picking up issue 2 to see where this goes. And if they keep it on this track, it'll be an intriguing book to follow. So other than this cover. So yeah, that's Uncanny X-Men #1, Gail Simone. And they're doing a whole revamp. This one feels very, very different than X-Men #1, the one we just looked at, or that one was #2, but that X book feels very different. That one I felt like a stranger walking into, like, I didn't know where my place was. Like, do I belong? Is this something I like? But this one I was like, wow, this feels like home. This feels close to home, and like I could get into this. So I was very pleasantly surprised by this. All right, let's see. That's not Ileana. No, it's not really. See, I'm so confused now. When my parents, I'm way old enough that my parents don't even know what's going on. But yeah, I can see that. Definitely with Adam Hughes' covers, you're like, can I read this around my parents? It's a Spider Legos kid. That kid's getting a lot of good play. What are you guys? You guys are funny. Oh dear, yeah. There's her character. That character's name is actually Fawn. So yeah, we'll see how the new characters are. But the key point being, the old characters, which I am very familiar with, and have in my mind an idea of like, this is how this character should act. This is how they should speak. Blah blah blah. I feel like Gail Simone caught that, and that was great for me. Your Wolverine's face is so smooshed. He looks like he got called kitten on Discord. Dang. Oh, man. Alan Lau, why aren't you playing the X-Men 97 theme song? What's up, Alan? I know. Actually, that book, I feel like they are aware of the existence of the X-Men 97. They're drawing from the same sources, I should say, which is the Chris Claremont years. And that's why they both work for me. Like, they both have that feel to it. Dang it. Something is in my eye. Like an eyelash or something. It's good to see you, Alan Lau. Hope you're well. Cover doesn't even match content. Not one disco. It's true. It's true. It's like, what was the point of that disco panel? Alan saying hello to everybody. Time to panic at the disco. Chat keeps replacing my E with 3. Okay. All right. Okay, next book. Doom #1. This is a one-shot, I believe. And for those of you who are following anything in the Marvel Universe or the announcements that came out during San Diego Comic-Con, Doom is going to be a big part of the future of Marvel Comics. So yeah, I wanted to see what this was all about. It says Doom #1, but I don't think there's another one after this. This is written by Sanford Green and Jonathan Hickman. Jonathan Hickman, at least from that I know of, wrote the series East of West, which is incredible. And Sanford Green does a book called Bitterroot, which I haven't read. He also did a Power Man and Iron Fist miniseries. He's done some other stuff, but he's a great artist. And so, yeah, he's here on Doom. And I guess he worked on the co-plot or the story also with Jonathan Hickman. Where was that? So this is one of those scenarios where there's a lot of backstory which I wasn't picking up on. It's always the case when you have a huge gap in your reading years of comics. But I believe this character is from the Fantastic Four. And at one point, Doctor Doom was fighting Galactus, according to this book. And it's just a whole bunch of Galactus like hitting this point of unstoppable hunger. And I guess Doom tried to stop him at one point. So it's very, very huge, epic recap of something that might have already happened. Sanford Green's artwork is cool, very cool. It's got this a little bit of a gritty vibe to it, not as polished, which is fine. Not that polished is the right way to do things or whatever, but it's got grit. Like it's always like ink splatters and like really aggressive ink lines on it. Look at that Galactus. And here's Doom right here. It always catches your attention when they go sideways. And to be honest, so it just kind of keeps upping the ante with Galactus is just unstoppable the whole time. Here he's even going against like the Eternals, I think, or the Celestials. And then this is like Molecule Man. I remember him. I don't know who these other dudes are, but they must be related. But yeah, just big, epic space fight. And the whole time they're recapping stuff like, oh, you tried this and you tried this and that didn't stop him. And then this team, the Avengers, tried this and they couldn't stop him. And so they're just setting up that like Galactus is unstoppable and Doom is doing something to try and stop him. And I'm pretty sure with the new Fantastic Four movie that Galactus is going to be a part of it too. So it looks like this whole book felt like a little bit of a setup of what they're going to do in the Marvel Universe leading up to the big movie releases. It was okay. I read this. It was okay. The writing was a little too much, too wordy, like technical. It didn't really capture me emotionally because a lot of the characters I was like, well, who cares? And it was just a huge summary the whole time. But the artwork was cool. And again, I think it's just a one shot. So I didn't fully invest in it myself as I was reading it because I was like, oh, it's just kind of telling me, stuff. But it's cool to see these sketches here in the back, Sanford Green sketches. And like I said, he's a great artist. Good style. So yeah, that was Doom #1. Who is this character though? See, she's wearing like a Fantastic Four outfit. I don't know who she is. She's not Franklin. I don't know. Didn't invest in it. I mean, I invested in it that I bought it, but I didn't invest in the story that much. So, So yeah, it's Doom. Nice emo trash. Nice. You guys are awesome. If they want to stop him, all they have to do is play Skibbity Toilet. Oh boy. You lost me, Boomeraki. I don't know what Skibbity Toilet is. Do I want to know what Skibbity Toilet is? What's up, Adam? I love anything with Dr. Doom. Nice. Yeah, he's a great character. I think one of the issues that I went through my last Wednesday comics was the final issue 5 of Blood Hunt. And Dr. Doom was a big part of that one. But as I was reading through it recently, I just love that Dr. Doom is emerging of like old school, like tyrant, despot technology, like a ruler over like a a nation, and magic. And they kind of played that up with Doctor Strange and Blood Hunt and him, like magic. Like Doctor Doom always had this like weird magic fantasy component to him a little bit. So yeah, he's this cool merging of technology and fantasy. So it made him a really interesting character. But they're putting all their chips in with Doom for the Marvel Universe. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just like you shouldn't Google me. I don't know if I should Google Skibbity Toilet. That would not be good. Galactus is a celestial that became independent in thought. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Why did I never know that? That makes a lot of sense. Lot of sense why he would be like rebelling against the celestials in that. So that's cool. Welcome, Adam. One day, could you do a stream of your least favorite character designs from any media, whether from music, games, comics, and why they don't work? Yeah, sure, I could do that. I don't like I don't like ragging on people's. I mean, I could. Yeah, I could. As I just like poo-pooed on that guy's cover. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. My daughter was even telling me like some people take other people's characters and then they'll redraw them in their style. Like that's a thing on YouTube too. And I was like, oh, I could do that. But yeah, I'll keep that. I will bookmark that, Cherish Psalms. Thank you for that suggestion. That's great. I think Emo Trash is saying no, don't look up Skibbity Toilet. And I won't. Not on stream at least. There was a story where Earth was an egg womb for a celestial to be birthed, and Earth would shatter when it's born. That's cool. I know in the Marvel movies they were trying to introduce the celestials through Eternals, which I don't think was the greatest movie. But they were trying to introduce that, and I think, and do you guys remember at the end there was like that celestial like frozen in the ocean or whatever, and then they never talked about it again, like it never came up again. I think they're gonna bring that up in the newer Marvel stuff. Who knows? We'll see. Yes, you do. Look it up. No, I'm not. I think that was Valeria Richards. Okay. I don't know who that is. So that's probably my bad in comic knowledge of not knowing who that character is. But thank you, Adam. Thank you so much. That's why you guys rule. With the 4 on her. Yep, got it. Yeah, I mean, I was like, all I knew is like Franklin or the original 4. I didn't know of any other characters. Yeah, I'm not looking up Skibbity Toilet, guys. I'm just not doing it. I only if people paid me money, and I can't because I don't have that many subscribers yet. So, oh well. She is with my raw Pookie, but no, I'm not doing it. Oh. Yeah. Annoying Orange was not my favorite. Alan Lau knows. Wow. Okay. I mean, Annoying Orange was a thing. Made money. Can't fault that person for it, but it's not my favorite. I'm not doing it, Cherish Psalms. I'm not doing it. Not in public. I'm not doing it. Okay, we're moving on. Comics. Here we go. Scarlett, number 3. I was very skeptical about Scarlett from the beginning, as you guys remember. But I've been digging it. It's cool. I was skeptical because the art. I was like, is this anime influence? But it is. But it's kind of cool. And I love the espionage aspect of it. It is kind of dragging out a little bit, just within 3 issues. It's like, okay, we get it. You're trying to infiltrate it. You're a better spy. But it was cool. This page in particular, I won't do any kind of closer look thing on this, but this page in particular, I will comment like, was kind of weird. It was, it didn't totally work. I get what the artist was trying to do, but it didn't totally work for me. It like was like, oh, there's this exciting action and the guy gets his head cut off, and then yeah, I don't know, the moments didn't totally connect here. And then there was this really slow moment at the end. It was weird. You didn't feel like time passed. which it's supposed to be doing, of her just like fighting across the page. It almost felt like it was 4 characters on the page and not like time moving. And it felt like it should move really quick based on the action that was happening, but it moved really slow when I read this page, which is, I think, the opposite effect. So it's very weird that it ended up on this pose. It should have been different. So there was something else here. What was it? Oh yeah, there's a few other storytelling things in this that I was like, eh. But it's cool. I mean, it's still, I'll follow. I don't know if it's going to be more than 4 or 5 issues, so I'll probably follow this series through to the end. But they still haven't. There's Storm Shadow and there's Jinx. They still haven't totally defined the relationship between Scarlett and Jinx. I mean, they used to be buddies, friends, kind of. I don't know. And then something's going to be revealed here at the end. But yeah, the writing was a little clunky in this one too. So it's like, all right, guys, I guess I'll stick around. I never picked up Destro, and I don't think I will. The artwork didn't totally grab me on that one. This is a great cover, though. I love this cover. Scarlett, number 3. That's a cool cover. Okay. These are all books you guys are familiar with. Yeah. Sort of. It's kind of more of the same. It didn't really progress the plot, Adam, as much. You're just like, oh, she's infiltrating, and she still hasn't reached Jinx, and Jinx is, you know, they have this history behind it. It's still more the same, so yeah. Turn on donations next year to look up Skibbity whatever. I wish I could. I'd do it if I could, but I can't. I don't have enough subscribers. Get me more subscribers, Cheers Psalms, and I will look up Skibbity Toilet. Is that what's gonna get me to 300? Looking up Skibbity Toilet? Oh my gosh. What have I become? I don't know if I'm gonna click on that right now. Taking after my mentor, derailing emo trash. There. Yeah, the first I think all the poses. I mean, that was the moment of. That was the money moment right there, right? And I feel like all these poses were just kind of awkward. It wasn't really composed well. It was confusing. Like, is that the same guy? Is not the same? I know that guy's not the same guy. Like, he's not only is his head getting chopped off, but he's dressed differently. And for them to start off with somebody getting his head chopped off and then go into this like knee kick here to end it off, they're really crammed in on the side. Yeah, didn't work. I get what he was trying to do, but it didn't work. Yeah, layout problems. Alan knows. Alan now knows. Emo Trash says, my derailing at least has the possibility to be insightful or educating, not brain rot. I am not. Don't worry, I'm not looking up. Unless magically 13 followers appear in my subscribers, I will not look up Skibbity Toilet. Also, the left side is bare compared to the right side. Yes, thank you, Adam. Adam's he's keeping it on track. All right, cool. Transformers 11, Daniel Warren Johnson, Jorge Corona. I'm still all in on this. I haven't even looked at this. I just picked this up today. Artwork's solid. There is quite a bit of writing here as I look at it. They're kind of setting up like the next arc, I think. But I love me some Daniel Warren Johnson. He's amazing. He just put out a video. So he has a new book coming out called The Moon is Following Us, or The Moon is Also Following Us, or Always Following Us. Maybe it's just The Moon is Following Us. He's working with the artist Riley Rossmo on it. And he's putting out these great videos behind. He's only put out 2, these behind the scene videos of, I think he calls it like the making of The Moon is Following Us. And that book isn't even out yet, but they're really well done videos. They're just intimate and just kind of this insider view of him and Riley interacting and their process. They're very good. And I'm not a huge fan of Riley Rossmo's work. I haven't seen, I know he had a huge long run on Harlequin, and I think he recently did a Batman Shadow maybe. But his style's cool, but it's a little bit more looser. I'm not as big a fan of his stuff as I am Daniel Warren Johnson as far as art wise. But just seeing that behind the scenes video between the two of them and their process makes me want to buy the book. So that's a win for me, and that actually gives me a lot of ideas for my own book or for my own work that I put out there. Like just seeing the inside process, getting to know the artists themselves, not just the work that they produce, but like them as people and their whole process of how they produce this art. Like there's this one quote or this one clip where Riley's talking and he says like, Daniel Warren Johnson asks him like how cool is it to be a comic book artist? How does it make you feel? And Riley's like, this is like the most incredible feeling. I feel like it's the closest I come to like creation, like creating something out of nothing. And it's so true as an artist. As an artist, I can relate to that. You're not thinking about like, oh, is this a good salary? Or is this you're just like, I'm making something and it like fills your soul. Just like doing those master studies for me. And so when I saw him kind of express that, and I would never know that just by looking at his comic, it just made me go, wow, that's cool. I totally relate to that, and made me like, well, I want to support these guys. I want to support their book. So I'm definitely going to pick up their book when it comes out. So kudos for him for producing that kind of content and also, putting it out there at the same time of making Transformers. Like, that's awesome. These are great pages. One thing consistently that Daniel Warren Johnson was doing when he was drawing the book, and it seems like he's injecting this into the writing so that Jorge Corona continues, is these like crazy lettering, hand-done lettering in it. They're fun. Like he did that when Optimus Prime was doing like this huge battle in one of the issues. He like busted out with like the song from the Transformers movies in lettering. Wow, that's cool. That's a cool spread. That's what I'm talking about. Daniel Warren Johnson, I know he's just writing this, but his influence, and he just won 2 Eisners for Transformers, so kudos on him. But his influence, he has that finger on the pulse of like what makes Transformers cool for us as adults, but also knowing that us as adults grew up with these as toys. Like he's totally guiding the series in that way. So it's really fun. That's what makes me keep getting it. And, the artwork's great. Super fun. I'm in. I'm still in. All right, so that's Transformers 11, written by Daniel Warren Johnson and art by Jorge Corona. Do I like? I do. I really do. He's great. He's great, and I love him on this too. Speaking of which, yeah, he's good. I feel like when I first found out he was taking over after Daniel Warren Johnson, I was like, oh man, like Daniel Warren Johnson was so good on that first run of Transformers. I was like, who could match that? Like that would suck for that artist. But Jorge Corona's, I still prefer Daniel Warren Johnson's art, but Jorge Corona is really good. So yeah, I do. It's different, but it's kind of similar too. So I do like him. DWJ is my dude. Nice. I pre-ordered The Moon is Following Us weeks ago. Awesome. Yeah, I got to do that. I got to put that on my list. I think it's going to be a 10-issue series, so I'm very excited for that. And speaking of Jorge Corona, I did pick up this because I've been following his work on Transformers and Ain't No Grave. This is a book that he did with Scotty Young that I heard about but I've never read. So yeah, I just picked up this first volume from the library. I'm really excited. Middle West. I was excited to read this, but looks cool. Jorge Corona definitely has that Euro influence. Whether he's European or not, I don't know much about him, but that Euro influence in his work. So yeah, Middle West book 1. Stuff that I pick up at the comic book store informs what I pick up at the library, which informs what I pick up at the comic book. I mean, it's all comics. I'm not going to the library to like pick up a classic. I mean, come on. Ouch, manga style. I can't stand American wannabe manga. Chuck Lee, what's up, man? How you doing? Are you talking about... you must be talking about Scarlett. Yep, I've had this conversation with the chat and on my previous streams about it, and it made me hesitate on Scarlett. I feel like there was something a little different from that style that made me get over that hump of like, ugh, American manga. And there are a few artists that can do that. Like most of the time I'm just like, ugh, and I won't pick it up. But there was something that artist, I don't know if he's American. He might be European. His name is Marco Ferrari. So I'm assuming he's European, but maybe he's just American with an Italian name. Possible. But there is a little bit of difference than just straight up mangas, wannabe manga style, in my opinion. Is it amazing? Not really. I liked more the tone of the story. That's what kept me in that book, or is keeping me in that book. It is kind of falling apart a little bit, or not holding me, but it is also a limited series. So I'm like, well, I kind of feel like I should finish it off. It out of all the Energon universe G.I. Joe stuff that has come out recently, it's my least favorite. Scarlett is. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. But anyway, welcome, Chuck Lee. Nice to see you. I like Jorge Corona's art. Adam says he and Scotty Young, who I also like a lot, are working on a comic called Ain't No Grave. Yep. Surprise, surprise. It's actually 4 issues in, and it's really good. It's great. It's a good it's a cool story, and the artwork's fantastic, which if you compare the two, look, there's similarities for sure because it's the same artist, but he's also approaching it differently, which I appreciate. A lot of it maybe has to do with he's using a different colorist. So Mike Spicer is the colorist on Transformers, and he is pretty much Daniel Warren Johnson's main colorist on all his stuff. Definitely the Transformers stuff, but also like Do a Power Bomb and his Beta Ray Bill story, and I think even the Wonder Woman story that DWJ wrote and drew. But Mike Spicer is a great colorist, works really well with Daniel Warren Johnson's style, and he's continuing to color on Transformers. So it feels similar to what DWJ is doing. This is a different colorist, Jean-Francois Beaulieu, which maybe is French. I don't want to assume anything. But he's a great colorist too, but it's very different from Spicer. So I feel like that differentiates Corona's art as well. And then let me zoom in here really quick. Something I just noticed. Let's see. Like, look at the line work on this face, and then the line work like on this face. Like this, it's a little bit more chunky. I feel like the inking on the Transformer styles that Corona does. Like he does this like double line inking. I mean, he does it in Ain't No Grave as well, but there's a little bit of more refinement in Ain't No Grave. I don't know the time period, like which ones he's working on first, how long ago he drew, but you can, it seems like he's simplifying it a little bit more on Transformers than he is on Ain't No Grave, if I were to compare art styles. But same guy. He's good. He's really good. So, Adam, speaking to this book, I would recommend it. It's fun. I mean, you could also wait for a trade. It's bound to come out in trade, but it's really good. The things I do like about it, and I've liked this about this book from issue 1, because it's a Western, they do these things. It's really smart. They do these almost dialogue-less panels. So they kind of have this slower Western pace or storytelling style that they do in here. It really lets the artwork breathe. There's not much dialogue. You're just kind of feeling the art and going through the landscapes. Beautiful landscapes. Look at that coloring. It's nice. It's great computer coloring here. Just even between these two pages, the interplay between the yellows and the blues. It's beautiful, like indoor, outdoor, the warmth, the cool. It's really great. This is fun for storytelling stuff, right? Like this is the stuff comics can only do. I love it. I love it when people play with storytelling that way or use storytelling in that way. And then he has these amazing spreads. Like I haven't even looked at this book yet, but this is powerful. It's great. So yeah, Adam, I'd recommend it. It's great. It's a great book. It's kind of dark, and it's like a story about family and retribution. That's beautiful. Oh, I haven't even seen any dialogue here. This is all silent. And the designs are awesome. Really cool costume designs, character designs. I think this is Death. Yeah, it's Death because there's the scythe. Scythe? Do you guys say scythe or scythe? I think it's scythe. So yeah, the whole point is she's trying to find Death to go back and reunite with her family. I think she wants to kill Death. There's Scotty Young stuff. I Hate Fairyland. I'm not a big fan of I Hate Fairyland. I have never read this, Twig. But he's got a whole thing. I have never heard of this. The Me You Love in the Dark. Yeah, so I'll read Middle West next just to get more Corona and Scotty Young magic. Cool stuff. Ain't No Grave, number 4. Alan Lau says, is there a trade of this latest Transformers run? There's only a trade of the Daniel Warren Johnson run right now. So they're kind of in the second arc. And I'm assuming they'll compile another trade after they're done with 8 or 10 issues. But yeah, the first trade, there is a trade already out of the first Daniel Warren Johnson arc. And if you haven't picked that up, Alan, you can either come to my house and borrow my issues or buy the trade because it's worth it. It's really, really good. Transformers got too cartoony for my taste, Chuck Lee says. All right, no worries. How about this? This isn't cartoony. Geiger, my favorite's Ghost Machine. They're cranking it out, man. They have been consistent, and every week it seems like there's a new Ghost Machine book coming out between Geiger, Redcoat, and Rook Exodus. So Geiger came out this week. I'm assuming if the order is correct, Redcoat will come out next week, and then the following week will be Rook Exodus. Should be. It's over 10 issues deep now. Yeah. Hey, it's the book I was just talking. Yeah. I think it's good that I'm behind in the chat because then I'm in the future. Wait, maybe that's not right. Maybe I'm in the past. I don't know. Oh man, awesome one. I've got Middle West. Look at that. He's like, he snapped out of it. Oh, I've got Middle West. Nice. Do you like Middle West? Middle West is excellent. Awesome. Cool. I'm excited. And there's a lot of them too, I think. Not just this one volume. So I'm excited. Thinks Groomsman returned books late. No. You know the amazing thing with our library? I don't know if it's how it is with libraries where you guys are. But our local libraries, there are no late fees anymore. They got rid of them a while ago, maybe a few years ago. And that's pretty amazing. Like the only time that you have to return a book, and I don't even think they charge you a late fee if you don't. I haven't tried. But the only time that they say, well, you got to return it now is when somebody requests it or is like puts it on their wait list. then you have to return it. But if they don't, and there's many books that I borrow which are like really obscure graphic novels that who would be looking for them, you can hang on to them however long you want. Like I've hung on to some books like for months, and for months, and because I haven't gotten to them yet, and I haven't been charged anything, so it's pretty amazing. Oh snap! I know about Middle West. Just some guy did a vid on it. The dad, kinda. Oh, okay, cool, nice. If you want to drop the link in the chat, I'd love to see that. I'd love to know where that is. I've been listening. Mark's Music Session says, I've been listening, but have been away from chat for like 30 minutes. Got crazy at my place. Oh boy. Hope you're well. No worries, Mark. Mark's cat got in a fight. I thought, Mark, do you have cats? I thought you just have your dog. I didn't know you had cats. If I want manga, I just get manga. Manga. I don't like American manga and superhero comics. I hear you, man. I hear you. There's very few that will get me that style unless it's like Japanese, right? So even some Japanese, I'm like it's got to be kind of a unique thing to grab my attention. What manga are you into right now, Chuck Lee? If you don't mind sharing, that would be awesome to hear. I'm always up for hearing what people like. Any 80s comic art is better than this stuff, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, some of the best 80s, 90s were it for me. Comic artists nowadays have downgraded in talent for sure. That's why comics are not as popular anymore. I mean, I hear you. Sorry, I just wiped off something on my screen when it's actually on my desk. I hear you, but there are still some great artists out there. There is something missing. I feel like it's too digital nowadays. There is something missing that I crave, at least personally, with traditional comic art, the craft of it, which is why I'm trying to do it more myself. But yeah, I hear you. There's some, and I've had many conversations with some of the comic book store owners that I know about how the skill level, because creating art is so easy now, the skill level, it's like you didn't have to really train to be like the masters were before, like the John Buscema's and the Mobiuses and the Kirby's. Like those guys just grinded at the craft. While now it's just like boop, 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 and you have like a full colored thing so easily. You have unlimited undos. And so, but I feel like there is going to be a swing back to that traditional solid foundational artists. And I mean, you even see it now. There's still artists that are, have that background, that training, whatever. But it's few and far between now. So I hear you, Chuck Lee. Let us know. What are your favorite books, whether Japanese or American comics from the 80s? What's your favorite style? Let me know. I'd love to know that. How do they even get books back? I don't know. I like that system, but also I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess they're just like, if nobody else wants them, it's okay if you keep reading them. And then when somebody wants them, get it. But yeah, what if nobody ever wants the book that you have? Could you hold it on forever? I'm willing to test that. Nice. Chuck Lee says, nice cover. I like how he draw the arm. And Gary Frank, who is the artist on it, he's super solid. He does still draw traditionally. I know because I've been watch listing some of his original pages. Somebody at San Diego Con must have bought a whole bunch of his Geiger pages because they're selling them at like in threes. Like I keep seeing them appear in threes, and I'm like, ooh, like that would be so sweet to have a Geiger page. And they're all like traditionally done. So I think Gary Frank is for sure. I mean, he's been around in the business for a long time, and in my opinion, has gotten better and better. So yeah, there are still traditional guys out there. I think Gary Frank might be British. I will say that American artists, dare I say, that are working, most of the top mainstream artists right now are not from America. They're like either South American or European. So come on, America, you gotta step up your game in mainstream books. well, let's see. I don't know. Is Dan Mora is like one of the hot artists right now, but I think he's digital. Yeah. Geiger looks cool. I've been loving Geiger. Great character, great story. Jeff Johns is killing it with the writing on this. I'm a big fan of his writing. And the artwork's just solid. Aw. The dogs survived. I thought they were dead for sure. Oh, this is Junkyard Joe? Yeah, Junkyard Joe. I guess they're about to cross him over. That was a story that Jeff Johns and Gary Frank were drawing earlier before they had the whole Ghost. I mean, I think it was under a Ghost Machine label, but this was more consolidated what they did with Geiger, Redcoat, and Brook Exodus. And so I think they're bringing in Junkyard Joe into this universe. And then these books are coming out in October, the more horror angle of Ghost Machine. Solid artists on it. Jeff Johns writing. Ivan Race is the artist on Hyde Street. I will probably pick up the first one. I'm not a big, I've mentioned this many times on stream, I'm not a huge fan of horror or horror genre stuff. So who knows if I'll get into it, but I'll try it out. These are all the titles that are coming out. This is another one, Devour. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's a whole horror line that they're trying. There we go, Geiger. Mark's music suggestion. He does not have cats. So awesome one. Trying to throw us off. Chuck Lee says, I think most kids are learning from YouTube. They don't make many. Yeah, there you go. Wait, but I'm on YouTube. What the? Canceled. Hashtag canceled. No, I feel you. Yeah. There is a lack of, dare I say, discipline or just like hard work. Everybody's looking for the quick fix or the quick success. And with art, you can find some of that. I mean, that's how you get Annoying Orange or maybe Skibbity Toilet. I might never know. But I think the people that put in the time and the work, the blood, sweat, and tears, like Shanth, like, you know, so many of independent artists out there that are just like grinding at it. That's how I feel this channel is for me too. It's like, I'm not looking for the quick, well, I mean, it'd be nice to get the quick buck, but I know it's not going to come. It's going to come with like time and effort, solid effort, and just grinding at the craft. Again, why I love my master study, trying out the master studies thing, which I will get to. I got one more book to talk about, but just grinding at the craft, the traditional craft of drawing and penciling and inking on a page and whiteout and all that kind of stuff, like just wrestling that just hones your craft so much more. It makes you a better artist as opposed to undo, AI, 3D model, blah, 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 blah. I mean, 3D models are great for reference, but like just using it as the art, it's just like, meh. Or like, you know, photo reference is great, but like using the photo, it's like, meh. So yeah, that's kind of my view on at least comics. Like I want to do the traditional way. I want the traditional art. I love seeing the traditional art and holding the page and smelling the paper and seeing the fight and the wrestling on it. That's why I love the artist editions, which I thought one other thing I might have on stream was an unboxing of an artist edition that's coming. The Batman Year One David Mazzucchelli artist edition from IDW has been released. I've seen videos of it. I've seen photos of it. It looks amazing. And Batman Year One is one of those seminal comic book graphic novels in my mind growing up. So they came out with an artist edition. I ordered it, but then my order got delayed. It was supposed to come Tuesday, but it got delayed. So I don't think it's coming until next week. I actually saw one on the shelf at my comic book store today. So tempted to buy it, but I'm like, well, it's coming anyway. But it was like right there. But I can't wait to crack that open because it looks amazing. And that's why I love those artist editions, because you can see the fight, you can see the wrestling and the art of comics. And that's inspiring to me. All right, let's see. Emotress, wait, he is so pooky. Okay. Emotress says, would personally beg to differ there. Maybe not comic book specifically, but there are still drawing books at like Walmart. Gotcha. Yeah, there are. I mean, there are books out there. I'd say it's a lot. People default a lot more to online learning, which is fine. It's totally fine. Like I see stuff like that video Sean sent me of Mark Schultz inking. Like that's a digital thing, but like it's the craft of it. I think it's just there's no easy way with art, in my opinion. And if you don't put in the time and effort into it, it'll show. It won't be lasting. It'll be kind of like a one-trick pony, or not one-trick pony, but flash in the pan kind of response. And no good art has really come of like the quick fix. The annoying orange, maybe. Where's drawing books at Walmart so I can get some? They got tons of Taylor Swift books too. Yeah, who knows? I know at my Walmart, Emotress says there's an area next to the movie section that's full of all sorts of books where I have seen drawing books. I think most learn more manga though. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I started off just looking at the books I loved and like copying them and trying to, which is a form of learning. It's like the master study that I do. But I think learning the foundational elements of perspective and drawing and anatomy and all that is super important if you want to get better. So yeah, whether you find that at Walmart or like library or even online, there's nothing wrong with finding that stuff online, but you have to find the right stuff. No. There hasn't been a superhero how-to draw books, a really good one, in probably more than 10 years. I always go back to like How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. I don't know if you've seen this series. Chuck Lee, hang on one second. Have I pulled out? I don't know if I've pulled out these books for you guys before. Oh, man. I'm going to have to take a bathroom break in a second here, guys. Whoops. Boom. Have you seen these books, Chuck Lee? These are amazing books. They're almost too amazing. This artist, Marcos Mateu Mestre, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He has worked in live action film and animation, if I'm not mistaken, more in like a storyboarding thing. I don't know if he's done comics. I wouldn't be surprised if he has. These are incredible. I mean, everything he talks about, he looks like, I mean, he's got to have done comics. But everything he talks about in these books is incredible. And these are called frame perspective. So it's mostly perspective and storytelling, but it goes over all sorts of stuff. There's like anatomy stuff, but he goes super deep into perspective and lighting, and he's also a fantastic artist and renderer. So if you're looking for a how-to book, I recommend these highly. They're dense though. They're really dense. And they're not a quick read. Like the How to Draw Comics in Marvel, the Marvel way, I would always just like go to the last drawing and like draw like John Buscema. But like, I mean, you can see how intense these are getting into drawing. I don't even understand half the stuff that he talks about in here. But you can see he knows what he's talking about. So look at these complex drawing shapes and perspective. Really amazing. This is a great resource. So look at that. That's awesome. But it's cool. He talks about shot selection and lenses. Look how cool that is. Different lenses, why you would pick different lenses, the effect lenses have, and then how to draw like those lenses. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's 2 volumes of this. I thought he came out maybe with another book. Oh no, here's a book. Oh yeah, Framed Ink. I think that's him too. This looks like a comic that he did. Trail of Steel. I've never heard of it. So yeah, he has done comics before. I don't have Framed Ink, but I do have these two books. Looks at awesome stuff about like costuming and posing, folds. Look at his anatomy. Super dynamic stuff. Lighting. It's great. Really great. Dude knows what he's talking about. Emo Trash says you can try Michael's. Yeah, maybe. Michael's has some books. Where did John go? Did you run away, John? John, yeah, I think John said he had to jump in and out. Shelby quit, but he had to feed his cat. I still have some time. I have probably another half hour to an hour before my cats start bugging me. What's up? Art and Times of Jay Ryan. What's up, man? One trick, you say? Tasteway. How you doing, man? Did you come here from Shelby's stream? Awesome one was trying to like hook people to swing on over here, but I would never want to steal anybody from Shelby's stream. Shelby has awesome stream. Emo Trash says, I started with nothing in my art endeavors other than an obsession with MLP and a disdain for history class. Huh, that's where it starts. Dollar Store has tons of crappy coloring books. They do. You could try used bookstore too. Yep, they tend to have hidden wonders. They do. I mean, yeah, I'm finding stuff all the time in those in the bookstores. Some, I mean, for comics, you probably, outside of like the Marvel book and maybe these books, you probably won't find many comic books that have to do. I do have a great there is a great, wow, this is a nice derailing. I do have a great book on storytelling that I'll show you guys right now. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm also going to take a bathroom break. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I was not going to the bathroom that long. I was also trying to find the book. Let's see. Yo, Chuck Lee, where are you? Art and Times Dre Ryan are asking. Perspective is my Achilles heel of art. Awesome one says, yeah, perspective's tough. So yeah, it's tough. He doesn't show you how to draw perspective grinds, and the cover is all about grids. Grids, maybe? Yeah, grids. He does. He does draw. He does. Yeah, he does. It's really dense, that book is. Still can't relate. I struggle more with composition. I have a great book on composition. Okay, wait, let me show you this one book. Oh my gosh. You're opening the Pandora's box. This is a great book on comic art. It's called Panel Discussions. This was not a widely distributed book. I don't know how I found out about it, but they interviewed some fantastic artists for this book, specifically about storytelling in comics, which I thought was so unique. Like, how to draw comics the Marvel way was like about posing and anatomy and like making stuff dynamic. But there is such an art form. This is the beauty of comics. One of my favorite aspects of comics, of telling a story through panels. And this is all about interviewing these artists that are really good at it. And they do it very different from one another, extremely different from one another, and why they do it the way they do. So the artists they interview were Mike Mignola, Brian Stelfreeze, here they are. Mike Carlin, who is an editor, I think, writer-editor. Randy Stradley, Mike Wieringo, rest in peace. Mark Schultz, the guy I was talking about, did Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Dick Giordano, Mike Mignola, Brian Stelfreeze, Scott Hampton, David Mazzucchelli of Batman Year One, Chris Moeller, Walter Simonson, amazing. George Pratt, John Van Fleet, Mark Chiarello, Will Eisner, and and then they just talk to each one of these guys about their story techniques. And it's super fascinating and really informative. And I learned a lot from just reading and understanding why they did things the way they did. Each artist did storytelling in the way they do. It's a lot of reading too, but obviously there's panels here. You kind of wish the artwork was bigger than the reading. But it's super informative. It's a great book. Like here, they're talking about how you pace out with different panels. It's awesome. One of my favorite sections is the Mignola section, and also the Brian Stelfreeze section, which Shantz knows. Stelfreeze is an incredible storyteller and was all about leading the eye. I learned so much from just hearing what Shantz was learning from the Gaijin guys, but also reading what he was talking about here in his section. This is Mignola's section, another great person who leads the eye well. So yeah, breaking down like why he picked certain panels the way they were, the shape of the panels, the placement of the panels. This is Stelfreeze stuff. It's amazing, so unique. So yeah, if you're into storytelling, oh, this is great. This is a great page of, I can zoom in a little bit more. This is a great page to look at of, I remember his description too, like this is Barbara Gordon coming out of a wheelchair, out of a car, and he purposely like cropped it and composed it in ways that felt super awkward and uncomfortable because he wanted to convey how she felt trying to get in and out of this wheelchair, out of the car. It's beautiful that comics can do that. And then, but he's also conscious of like leading the eye here. So like her arm here, she looks down here, it kind of carries you back over here, her legs up here. All this stuff is super intentional. The way the blacks lead the eye here to this final panel. You can kind of see here, I wish it was in color, but he shows the arrows here of which way the panel's going. It's really great stuff, guys. Anyway, check this out, Panel Discussions. I don't know if you can still buy this anymore. I haven't looked. I got this a long time ago, but this is a great book. And then Emo Trash, you were asking about composition. I got a great book for composition. Hold on, let me find it. I will find it, Emo Trash, and maybe get it ready for next stream, because I can't, where I thought it was, it's not where it is. But it's called, if you want to look it up, I think the title of the book is Picture This. It's a super simple book about composition, but it's like, it changed my life when I read it. I'll try and find it and have it ready for next stream, because it's a great book if you're looking for composition. Art and Times of J. Ryan says, I never get the notification, so yeah, Awesome alerted me to the stream. Awesome one is the equivalent of my YouTube notifications. You guys ever have to go to the bathroom? Yep. I was thinking that one of the things I need to do is create like a standby screen or something that I click on that does something fun. I know some people play like videos. Shelby's done it before, where you play a video if he has to go take a break. So I got to do something like that. I got some new books. Need to do some streams, upload some videos when I get the chance. Yeah, do it, man. Rocky's my brother. I am? Awesome. That's great. Oh, man. I always open the box. I love Mark Schultz. Yeah. Oh, dude. Shant just sent me a video. Maybe I can convince him that we can watch it together on stream. We should do that, Shant, if you're still listening. But he sent me a video of Mark Schultz, basically like a teaching video of him inking and like the supplies he uses and his techniques and stuff. And I was like, wow, holy cow. So if you haven't seen that, oh, it's amazing. But I definitely want to watch it with Shant. There's something so much more magical about raw cake batter than the baked cake. I'm betting that's a hard to come by book. Yeah, maybe. I had this book, but it's older and it was a little over my head at the time. I probably can understand it now. Yeah, that's how I felt like reading How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. The first time, like I said, I was looking at the last image, the finished image, and I would just try and copy that. And then as I read it, as I got older, I was like, oh, like this makes more sense. And so it's kind of like that with instructional books. You get different things out of it depending on either your age or what you're looking for. So yeah, if you can find that panel discussions book, get it. It's a good one. You like my LED streams? They're kind of growing. I mean, my LED lights, they're kind of growing. Panel discussions is a Two Morrows published book, so it's likely. Oh, that's right, Two Morrows. You know, I know Mike Manley was one of the guys, editors on Two Morrows, and they did the Draw magazine, and they did the Master, what's it called? Modern Masters. I have a whole bunch of those where they go in depth with the each artist. Pretty cool. Those are great. Yeah. Two Morrows is great. They publish great instructional content for artists or comic artists. Okay. This is the last book I will talk about today. And then I still have to get your guys' vote. Nobody leave, because I still have to get your vote on what my next master study is. That's the exciting conclusion to this stream. So yeah, this was the last book I picked up. I just saw it on the shelf at Mile High, and this always catches my attention. Black and white art always catches my attention. And can't go wrong with Blade Runner, right? So I never picked up the Blade Runner series, never read it. Not so familiar with Mike Johnson, the artist. But it was an artist edition. I was like, cool, I'm getting it. So I grabbed it. And in the flurry of my 25 minutes at Mile High, I was just like grabbing stuff. I was like, I got to get this. I haven't seen this before. Nice Blade Runner. The art is great. Oh, okay, cool. I've never even seen this book before. I mean, I knew they were doing a Blade Runner comic. I don't know. Never picked it up. But for them to do an artist edition is right up my alley. So cool stuff. It looks like it's the whole comic. This is a slightly larger size than a regular comic. So a little bit bigger. Not as big as the huge artist editions that are one for one. I don't know if Mike Johnson, the artist, drew this traditionally and then inked it. I mean, this looks traditional, but who knows? It could be digital. looks like it's traditional, but there are gray tones here. I don't know if these gray tones look like they are digital, not like washes on, I don't know, I could be wrong. It's cool though. Very cool. Who doesn't like Blade Runner? So yeah, I don't even have any idea how the finished art look or how he finished these pencils. Usually when I get artist editions, I know what the finished stuff looks like, or I have it already, or I've been exposed to it. But this one is the first time I've been introduced to this book at all. And this, I wouldn't say this is a true artist edition where, well, I could be wrong. I mean, I even love seeing the edge of the pages and like the white out. This looks like just a black and white. From what I can tell, a black and white version. I guess it does look like there's some like rough pencils underneath. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what the final work looks like, so I have no idea if this really is the finished black and white art, or one of the things Shelby was talking about on one of his streams when I mentioned to you guys the Essential X-Men Volume 8 that has just the black and white art, which is great, just the black and white pen and ink art. He said that there are some volumes of that same series where they just took the book and then just grayscaled it. So it's like even the colors are still there, but they just grayscaled it, which is not as cool as just seeing the black and white line art. Art and Times of J. Ryan says, I'm wary of new books about old things I love. I know. I'm of the mindset of I always give something a chance. But usually that gut feeling of like, oh no, what are you doing to that thing I love is usually right. But I'll give it a chance. And with this, I'll give it a chance. I have no idea what the story's like or anything. But I'll give it something that puts out an artist's edition a chance. These are cool. Oh, Butch Guice. He's a classic artist. Paul Pope. Wow, had a Paul Pope cover. Andres Guinaldo tryout sample. Oh, that's cool. This is like his tryout pages to get the job. Nice. Thumbnails. Love it. I love this stuff when they include things like this. Process. It's cool. It's an interview. Character designs. That's cool. Mike Johnson is a New York Times bestselling writer of comics, animation, games. His credit includes Star Trek, Transformers. Oh, I see. The artist is Andres Guinaldo, born in Segovia, Spain in 1975. Oh, I guess he's done some mainstream books too. He currently resides in Segovia, the city he was born. Cool. Neat. Fun. I love it. I love me some artist editions. I wish it was just black and white inked. Yeah, me too. Instead of the gray tones in there. Yeah, me too. And that's kind of the point that Shelby was talking about for those Essential X-Men collections. For them to like just grayscale it, and then after a while, I think his take on it was like it's just easier for them to do that as opposed to like finding the inks without the colors and printing it that way. But yeah, I agree. Chuck Lee. I'd love to be pleasantly surprised, but I've seen too much. Art and Times, J. Ryan says. Fair enough. Best artists are always foreign born. Hey, that doesn't serve well for me. Okay, check it out, guys. We're almost there. Thank you so much for sticking with this. But I have one more important thing. So for those of you who have been following what I've been doing recently, I just not last week, 2 weeks ago, I completed. Yes, I did. Performed? No, I don't know. What is the right terminology? I done did it. I decided one of the things I wanted to do on stream was what I call a master study of comic book artists I like. And I'll just summarize it really quickly here. For those of you who don't know, I decided to, one of the artists I love, one of my favorite comic book artists is Mike Zeck of the Punisher, Secret Wars, Kraven's Last Hunt, Captain America, G.I. Joe fame. Incredible artist. Let me zoom out here. And so I picked one of his pages from one of those artist edition books that I said, hey, I want to try and reproduce this and study what he's doing traditionally so that I can understand his craft and kind of figure out how he's doing things, because when you study masters, you study those who are better than you and try and reproduce what they do, you learn a lot of why the choices they make. So this was the page I picked. I went through the phase of roughing it out and then doing tight pencils on it and screwed up a lot of stuff like proportions and size and all that kind of stuff. But part of this, not trying to make it a perfect replication, but just to learn from it. That's the whole point of these studies, is to learn from the masters. And then I took it to inks. This is a photocopy of the page. This is a photocopy of the pencils. But this is the final inks. These are the actual inks that I did. I can zoom out a little bit more. But it was such a fun exercise for me. And I love it because at the end of the day, I have this page and like you can see the ink mark. And, you know, it's not as good as Zek's original, but dang it, it was really fun to do and try and figure out tools, which brushes I should use, which pens, whiteout, panel layout, all that kind of stuff. So it was just an amazing experiment for me, and I had so much fun doing it. So I definitely want to keep doing it, and I will keep doing it. And one of the suggestions from the lovely chat was, hey, Rocky, you can get us to vote for which panel you will do next, which I thought was a great suggestion. I believe that was Mark. Mark's Music Obsession told us that. Best, Mr. Monkey Boy said, 1969 said, best artists are always foreign born, and Art and Times of J. Ryan said, except for all the ones that aren't. Fair enough. Just reposted a Zach on X. Nice. Awesome. Know who you should study next? No, Adam. It's not going to be Jeff Darrow. Not next. Maybe later. Not next. You did very well. Thank you, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Great. Next, I want a recreation of Michelangelo Sistine. Maybe for my third master study, not the second one. Looks great, Rocky. Thank you, Comrade Sammy. I was really excited at how it turned out. Really happy with it. And more so, not just the end product, with the process. It was amazing. Like I said, it filled up my soul, my artistic soul. So, the next artist, drum roll. Do I have a drum roll? Kind of. I'm going to be doing a master study of Michael Golden, one of my all-time favorite artists. Are you crazy, Rocky, for doing that? Yes, I am. But I'm pretty specific of what era, what book I want to try and replicate. But before I do that, I want to show you guys some Michael Golden stuff. For those of you who do not know Michael Golden's work, I will show you some of my favorite stuff. Hold on. Let me grab it. I told you guys this was going to be a jam-packed stream. What should I show? Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff from Michael Golden that I have that I want to show. I'll start with this. I'll go through it fast because I know you guys have been awesomely patient, but I will go through this fast. Plus, I don't have space. Sergio Toppy, he would be insane. Oh my gosh, he would be insane. That's like right up there with Mobius trying to replicate what that guy does. Okay, yeah, you guys are seeing way more of my desk here because I'm trying to fit this in because this is an artist edition. It's huge. This is a regular comic book size. But this is why I love the artist editions. But this was his Micronauts. Michael Golden kind of hit the. This was like the thing that really put his name on the map, I would say. I'm just gonna flip through some. I'm not doing something from Micronauts. I thought of it, but I'm not. But Micronauts was created by Michael Golden and Bill Mantlo, I believe. But incredible stuff. This is before Michael Golden hit his stride, though. This is not even my favorite Michael Golden stuff, but you can already see kind of the start of him being incredible. And the thing I love about Michael Golden's work is he can draw anything, very similar to Mike Zeck can draw anything. He is pretty technical about his stuff. So when he gets into the tech, and you can start seeing it here in Micronauts and some of the like background stuff, he really gets into it. And from what I've heard people talking about him is he's one of those like savant, like geniuses who doesn't really have much formal training, but could pick up drawing anything, specifically like, oh, I want to draw a Jeep or I want to draw a lawnmower. Like his brain could like look at it and kind of figure it out and then draw it. And you can see that in his stuff. He always had this amazing combination of like very cool characters, great action, and then super highly technical stuff. So he did Micronauts, a bunch of issues of Micronauts, the first batch, maybe 12 or so. And then, we'll go to his Marvel stuff. And man, I just don't have enough space. So, some of his Marvel stuff this is where he starts getting really incredible. This was like Avengers Annual, which actually I have the book here. They just released a facsimile edition of this, and I'll flip through it really quick. And he did amazing Doctor Strange. But Michael Golden, like I said, he could draw really anything, but his characters had a great sense of realism, but also exaggeration and somewhat cartooniness to it. And Arthur Adams was highly influenced by Michael Golden. Todd McFarlane was highly influenced by Michael Golden. So this is stuff that he did for a series called The Nam, which I'll talk about in a second. So yeah, this book is awesome. It's like his Marvel work. Here's stuff from The Nam. Super cool. Punisher. Dang, so good. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, Ghost Rider and Punisher. And so his technical ability, you could see it in how he drew like guns. Like he could draw these like perfect guns. This awesome Punisher face. Anyway, he's the best. This is amazing Gambit and Wolverine story. Look how he drew these like planes here. Great rendering. Michael Golden also was the designer creator on Bucky O'Hare, which I have that book too, that compilation. This was an awesome, oh, I love this. This Marvel fanfare. I have this Marvel fanfare of Hulk and Spider-Man. So people often say like, oh, Todd McFarlane invented the like webbing, that like tied ropey webbing of Spider-Man. But actually Michael Golden did it first. or before Todd. He wasn't first though, but he did do it before Todd. And I think Todd McFarlane got a lot from Michael Golden, to be honest. Anyway, this is awesome. The Marvel Stories of Michael Golden Artist Edition. Highly recommend that. And then he did this G.I. Joe yearbook. Oh, this is one of my prized possessions. This is like a portfolio thing. I'll just pull out a few pages. I won't go through all of them. G.I. Joe yearbook number 2. This is amazing. The best thing about this is on one side, this was before artist editions became popular. They did this like portfolio thing. But on one side, they do it with the text. And then the other side, they do it without the text. Like they remove those word bubbles. But look at that exaggeration on his faces. So cool. And then he was perfect pairing with this because he could draw like the vehicles, the G.I. Joe vehicles, like amazingly well as like these cool characters, these cartoony yet realistic characters. His G.I. Joe is the best. Like Destro, come on. He drew great explosions too. Anyway, this is iconic. And then, oh no. Oh yeah, this is a Avengers annual. They came out with a facsimile edition of this recently, so if you guys are interested in this, it's an expensive issue because it's the first appearance of Rogue. Michael Golden helped design the very first iteration of Rogue. So then they just released a facsimile version, which is awesome because the normal annual, when you buy the actual one, it could be in like the hundreds of dollars or close to the hundreds of dollars. But this is a great reproduction for those of you who want to be exposed to Michael Golden. I recommend this. This is Golden at the top of his game, kind of hitting his stride, in my opinion. Let me just zoom in a little closer. And it's cool too because there's a lot of cameos, the Avengers and then the X-Men. And yeah, amazing. Really amazing faces and action, and it's awesome. I think he did the colors on this too, which are great. I love this kind of coloring style. Michael Golden also ended up being like the creative director, creative editor or something at Marvel for a while after he was an artist. But anyway, I'm sorry. There's just so much Golden stuff. He's good. He's one of my favorites, as you can see why. Okay, so there's that. All right, so reversing a little bit in time, one of the series that he worked in, and this is kind of also like along with Micronauts, this is after Micronauts, he worked on the series called The Nam, which who would want to work on a series that was about Vietnam? Like, how could you make that engaging and you know, exciting or like appeal to a comic book audience? Well, you get Michael Golden on it. And there's his like, oh, he didn't draw that, but like him combined with like the characters and like these storytelling moments, these really like hard to deal with issues about war and like the terrors of war, but also make it like cool and somewhat exaggerated, but realistic too. So you were dealing with, you know, hard life-threatening issues and kind of impactful in your storytelling about that. This is Michael Golden. So the Nam was released in color, but they came out with this Nam magazine, I found out later. So this is a regular comic book size, and then they came out with Nam magazine, which is bigger than comic book size, and then it's all in black and white, which is amazing. Again, going back to everything I've been talking about on stream about like these black and white versions, which are so cool to see. And so I picked up all the issues that Golden worked on. There's a few different inkers that were working on them, so style kind of shifts. But this series, the NAM, I picked 3 pages from the NAM as options of what I would do a master study on. How about that? So here's the NAM magazine. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, okay, I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then I will show you guys which options that you will help vote for. Way back. John, I'm hearing people ragging on John. Adam says, I love those streams. Encourage me to draw more. Oh, thank you, Adam. I'm so glad to hear that, because that is the whole reason that I would do it. I'm glad that you got inspired to do that, and I hope that it continues to inspire you more. Excuse me. Art and Times at Jay Ryan says, you should do a breakdown on what you think you learn from each piece you do. Great idea. I do some of that while I'm drawing on the streams, kind of talking through the breakdown. Maybe I should do a wrap up. I don't know. I feel like I talk too much already as it is. Surprise, surprise. But that's a great suggestion, Art and Times of Jay Ryan. Or a rating on the amount of suffering. That is also a great suggestion, Emo Trash. Alberto Breccia, that would be a very difficult master study. You're trying to kill me. Do Steranko. Oh, Steranko. That's a great suggestion. I don't know if I have enough Steranko work. He's amazing. I love Steranko, but I don't have... They released like an artist edition that he did of, I think, Nick Fury one. That's a great suggestion, Mr. Monkey Boy. John is with Carrie. That's okay. John is with... No, he's not. John is awesome. He is just involved with too many streams. He is. I've been to the Sistine Chapel small room. Really? Wow. I've seen the Sistine Chapel. I don't know about the small room, though. Michael Golden is definitely a red-blooded American. He is for sure. Golden makes everyone look really long and tall, or short and fat. I mean, how he exaggerates his proportions is what appeals to me, because the people that can draw super, super real, like perfectly real, it's like, it's almost kind of dead. I love the exaggeration. Like, that's why you're drawing, right? You want to capture something, or at least that's what I love about comic art, is that you're capturing something that realism or a photograph can't capture, and you're expressing that in the art, whether that's the design, the exaggeration, the line quality, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Golden does it, like, he hits that something like a special button for me as far as like how he does that. Oh, okay. Talking about the Sistine Chapel, a walkthrough. Yeah. I've never been out of the country, just have a deep appreciation for the drama queen that was Michelangelo. I have a signed Bucky O'Hare by Go. No kidding. That's awesome. That's classic. DC as in the comics or the capital? The comic. Thought when I lived in DC, it was mostly whites and Asians in the... Maybe. Emo Trash says, I don't go to Meta Museum. You should. Go. Come on. Be inspired. Back in the 90s, DC's was great. So many free content in the mall. Literacy is a gift. DC nowadays, you're taking your chances wandering around in broad. Yeah, I've heard that about DC. I haven't been in a while. I feel like it could be easy to get comic readers into the idea of war. I don't know. I mean, there's been like Sergeant Rock, right? I just picked up... Speaking of Sergeant Rock, I picked this up from the library. Literally. This is what would make me pick up a Sergeant Rock book. Sergeant Rock, drawn by Eduardo Rizzo, amazing, and the Army of the Dead. So that's what would make me pick up a war book. I think G.I. Joe, why Michael Golden was such a perfect match for that, was it's like the cartooniness and yet the reality of war. Like, he rode that line perfectly. Yeah. Somebody, are you calling me dumb? All right, sure. I have the big Nick Fury book signed. Awesome. Yes, Dranko's still living, man. That guy's still living, still spitting fire. And he's amazing. Amazing. Like changed. I have a pulp book where they talk about Steranko specifically, like his work on The Shadow, and that guy's amazing. So yeah, he's a great suggestion. Okay. All right, cool. You guys talking about war? Ariel is war. What's going on? All right, let me get to the images. All right, here are the 3 images. New setup. Ta-da! 3 images that I would love to get your guys' thoughts on. And maybe what I need to do is also I need to set up a poll, right? I haven't done that in so long. All right, let me see. While you guys, okay, I'm gonna show. Oh, can I do this? Goodness, I should have had this part set up a little bit better. What were these images? Was it that one? Okay, I gotta coordinate with myself. All right, let me show you the first image and then I'll talk you through. So this is first image from the NAM that I'm thinking of for Master Study. What page is this? I wish I had the page numbers. Fail. This is option 1. Just keep that in your mind. 1840. Okay, so I'm gonna set up as I'm showing you guys these. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing work as I'm talking to you. I'm going to set up. Shoot, I don't have the page number on this. I'm just gonna say option A. I wish I had. If I was more. If I was more coordinated or appreciated the art better, I would have written down what pages. I was thinking I didn't take a picture of that. Dagnammit. I think that was in NAM 3. I think this is 4. I'm just going to make it up. I could be wrong. I'm going to say the NAM magazine number 3, page 4. Should I do that? It doesn't matter. Okay, that's the first choice. Page 4. All right. Here's the second choice. This is... I totally wasn't thinking about writing the... No, that's not it. That's page 22. The next one is page 22. So this is page 33? I can't even read the number. Yeah, that's page... So this is the NAM page... NAM number 1, page 33. Is that right? Nope. Yep. Okay, so the NAM. This is going to make sense once I finish typing this stuff. Number 1, page 33. Okay. And then the last one is this one. So, and I'll go back through the 3 again, and you guys will see it on the community poll too. But although it's showing you guys cropped, so that's not the greatest, but whatever. Nope, that's not the one. The way that this community poll works is, yep, that's right. And so this one is, if I do page 33, page 4, so this must be page 22. The NAM magazine, number 5, page 22. The way that the community poll works is it automatically crops it to a square, so you won't see the full page. So what I'm going to do is after we're done here, and I'm explaining blah, 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 I'll launch this poll on the community tab on my YouTube channel and have you guys vote. And I guess I'll keep it open for maybe a day or two to see where the votes are of which image I should do the master study for. But let me walk you guys through why I pick these ones, and then I'll make it live, and then you guys can help me vote and pick. I love any one of these pages. I would be happy to do any one of these pages. All of these pages would be very difficult in their own right to do, but I'll walk you through why I picked each one. So this first one, option A, which is the NAM magazine number 3, page 4, is, I loved the differing, and I think most with all three of these pages, I loved the difference in shot selection. So you had some like far distant shots with like full figures, and then you had some that were like close up for like emotional stuff. I love the use of that shadowy figure in the second panel right there with the gun. I love that gun in there because, again, Michael Golden and the way that he draws technical stuff and equipment is incredible. So I would love to try and capture that. I love the shadows, the use of shadows in here. There's not that much background in this page, which is great because that would make it easier, but it captures a very like tense emotion, which is this guy's about to get shot in the back, and then his friend, like the main character, saves him. So yeah, all those kind of aspects. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, this would be a great page to do. Just look at the use of blacks in the clothing. I can't point. I don't think you guys can see my cursor, but just in the blacks from the top left, and then the pants and how they lead you, the curve of those pants and the guy's body leads you to the second panel with the big silhouette guy in shadow in the foreground with the gun. And then the black leads you to the bottom right. Like, I love that kind of stuff, like that work. And then there's some beautiful brush work on the guy's face and the freckles and stuff. So I would love to try and do that. So that's why I picked that first one. All right, let's go into the second panel. Second panel. That is the NAM magazine number 1, page 33. Why did I pick this panel? Where is that panel? I can't even see it. It's like hiding. Oh, here it is. It's hiding off screen. Similarly, I picked this panel because it had a great combination of different lens shots, like different compositions of shots. That's top panel is great with the action lines, that horizontal panel. That second panel is a classic NAM image. The NAM image from this comic, and I've even seen it used as a cover for some advertisements for the NAM. Love that. Would love to reproduce that. The black water in that third panel is amazing. The gunfire in that fourth panel, how he indicates the gunfire in that action line, that swooping action line is amazing, would be great. There's another amazing close-up of that guy's face in the fifth panel. And then the smoky, like swampy background in that final panel is beautiful. So I really love that. That's why I picked that one. And then finally, this one is the NAM magazine number 5, page 22. I love that this is a simple, quote unquote, simple 6-panel page. But the shot selection in this is phenomenal. First panel, establishing shot with the helicopters, just the indication of the helicopters in the clouds, people in the foreground. This is a seminal moment in the NAM too, because that character in the second panel with the black hair, he's a main character, or one of the main characters. The guy behind him, the blonde, or it's not colored here, but he's a blonde guy, is the guy that is the main character that we follow. But this guy with the black hair, he's kind of this jokester, and he's one of his friends. The third panel is like a view from one of the assassins on the Vietnamese soldiers through the brush, through the plants. Beautiful, amazing, frightening, great shot. I love that composition. The fourth panel, bottom left, gunshot, beautiful, amazing. Fifth panel, return fire, great composition. These profiles, you're seeing their faces, their expressions. I can see Todd McFarlane ripping off a lot of these faces. And I love that foreground gun at the top. You don't even have to see that guy's face. You just see what they're all doing. But that last panel totally grabbed me, because that's when the main character, forgot his name, realizes that Mike, the guy with the black hair, got shot. Look at the cropping on that page, that panel of his face, like, and the expression, the tears, amazing. They didn't even have to draw. Michael Golden didn't even have to draw a background, but you totally get it and you feel it, like him sinking off that panel is a great composition. The following page after this, which if I had it in front of me, I would pull it out. Do I have it in front of me? Oh no, this is 3. I don't have it in front of me. Don't want to take too much time. But the following page is a full page spread of him holding Mikey like shot. So powerful, and just classic the NAM. So that's why I picked that panel, or that page. All right, does that make sense? Those 3. So okay, wait. I want to catch up on chat. Talking about profile pictures. I only profile pictures. You guys are talking crazy. Are you even paying attention to what I'm saying? Got a Pookie in there. Oh, whoops. Where will we put this? We'll put this here. Oh, Shelby, what's up? Just got here. This is an added page to one of the Michael Golden artist editions. Wait, I don't even know what you just got or looking at, but Shelby, I am picking another page to do a master study of. And so I have these 3 options that I'm going to put in the community tab of my channel. Complicated, yes, I know. But it's either going to be this page, or this page. And I'm leaving up to chat to vote. So yes, please vote, Shelby. I would love your opinion on which one I should do a master study on. Thank you for coming. I heard that Awesome One was trolling in your chat a little bit. Trying to sneak out. Let's see. Mr. Monkey Boy says C. Okay, that will be the NAM Magazine 5, page 20. Oh, maybe I should put that in description. I'm going to put C, A, B, and C, just so you guys are on the same page. You may have to watch the stream again if you want to remember the total vote. But let's see. Let me write here. How do I do this? Vote on which page I should do my next master study. This time I'm learning from Michael Golden's amazing work on the NAM. All right. So this is version A. Option A, option B, and option C. Wow, Shelby, did you have a troll? Oh, dang. Do a master study of Golden Rocky. Let me switch. Okay. All right. Okay. Feels like Gilligan went to Nam on this panel. Yeah, he kind of has that Gilligan feel to it. Mark's music obsession saying C too. Okay. Oh, I should do a live chat poll. I've not tried that, but no, I'm gonna do a community tab poll. Go. Okay. Let me make it. Hold on. Let me make it live, you guys, so that you guys can see it as I say this. IABC. You guys got pretty much, let me just reposition some of these images, especially that last one, because that one was important. Put this like that, and this like so. All right, I'm gonna post it, guys, and then help me vote. My next master site is on there. All right, posting. And then you guys see YouTube. Come on, post. All right, looks like it's live. Check it out. I'll put the link in the chat just to make sure it gets out there. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so I will catch up in the chat. You guys start voting if you don't mind before I end. I will keep it open probably a day. And then, yeah, I'll let you guys know which one wins. This is still going. Watch 2 hours of this. All it carries now the end. And Sean's at 10 p.m. Oh, Sean's streaming at 10. Awesome. 10 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 7. You guys got an hour break. Rocky needs that robot lady app who reads the chat live into his headset. Does Shelby, you're always telling me. You're always knocking my chat reading. That robot lady app, does Jason use that? Unhinged? I think he has something that like speaks into his ear. Way to ditch us, John. Oh, this is why John wasn't here, because I never played this.
He goes, what's your name? He goes, John.
There you go, John. I should have played that and he would have come like the bat signal. Oh my goodness. Feel like I'm at the iDocs. A, B. Yeah, I was just there and I did that like for an hour. A, B. Yeah. Yep. Go, Sean. If Sean's streaming tonight, you guys should go. 7 p.m. He's probably doing, I think, Pizza Live. I'm not sure, but go check it out. I have to cook, but I'll try and pop in if I can't. Drop your link to vote on which page in chat. I did. I'm slow. All right. Okay. There's the link, you guys. Mark's Music Obsession just voted. Awesome. I love the voting. I should do a chat poll, but I need more time for people to be able to vote. So yeah, once the chat's over, then nobody can vote. So 22 is my number. Is it? Really? Where did that come from? 22 is your number, and what did I do? 22, so which one was that one? I don't even know. I can't remember. It's like too many, like number this, 22 that, 22. Oh, that's C. That's little C. Nice. Shelby got a vote. Wow, C is winning right now. So there you go. Jason's robot. I hope we're talking about the same app. Awesome voted and left a comment. I can only guess what it was. All right, cool. Woo! I'm exhausted. That was super fun, you guys. And exactly what I needed and was hoping for. I can't imagine that I was actually thinking that I could unbox a artist edition too in this stream. But it didn't come, so luckily it didn't come. So I didn't have to go through that as well. But anyway, I think that's all I have. So yeah, go vote. I will post this on X as well to the followers of X that don't follow me on YouTube. I will put this on X as well so that we get more votes. But I'll leave it open for about a day or so. And then once I find which page you guys voted that I should do, we'll start that process, and I'll start doing my master study streams. Most likely will be more like in the evening. I'm guessing I'm going to do one before the end of the week, though, either tomorrow or Friday, because I want to get in on this and get going again, because a lot of the stuff I learned on that Zek page I already forgot because I haven't been drawing on it yet, drawing on a page. So I'm super excited to get started on this new one. Michael Golden's one of my top favorite comic book artists, so it'll be great to learn from what he's done on the NAM. And yeah, keep on pushing it. So thanks everybody that has come. This was a epic stream, and so many of you guys showed up and were active and stealing people from Shelby. Don't tell Shelby. And John jumping in here at the last minute. So yeah, it was great. It was great hanging with you guys. And shout out to what's the Chuck Lee. Welcome. I'm glad you were here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and enjoyed the content that I just produced, please do subscribe. I would appreciate it. We are on the road to 300. Got 287 now. I think 287 as far as I know. And it would be great to hit that 300 mark. That one has come fast, and I'm super excited about that. So as much as we can keep pushing the boulder forward and getting subscribers, that would be great. Definitely the Master Study series got a lot of eyeballs on it, more eyeballs than some of the other stuff I did. So I'm going to keep going in that direction. And it was, like I'd mentioned, really fun for me. Cherish Psalms, if you can find 13 subscribers, if you are the person who gets me 13 subscribers to 300, I might look up Skibbity-Doo Toilet. I might do it. So it's on you, my friend. It's on you. Everybody voted. Voted. 10 watching, other 5 vote too. K-pop, shout out to K-pop. Yes. K-pop, amazing. Thank you, K-pop, again for... Is she streaming now? If she is, go check out K-pop stream. But if she's not, check her out anyway, because she voted for my channel for... she nominated my channel for the CBCA Awards, which is awesome. Really great. Just so wonderful to be nominated, and just humbled by her to think of me, to think of this channel. So thank you, K-pop. Did I miss anything else? All that Mile High Comics comic store video, I've been working on that. So that'll be coming sometime soon, and it'll get thrown into the rotation. And that's it. And an unboxing will be coming soon, because that Batman Year One is going to be coming. That's going to be coming next week, I think. Comrade 70 says, I'll unsub if you do that. All right. Mark's music obsession. Yes. More. Love it, man. I love it. All right, you guys. Get me to 300 as well. Almost there. Are you not at 300? Come on, people. Art and Times of Jay Ryan is not at 300. Get out of town. People, subscribe to his channel. It's amazing. He's a great artist. Fun unboxing content. Please subscribe. He needs to get 300 too. We're all running to 300 except Shelby, who's already there. He's already at 1,000. Jerk. Or 900? No, I think it's 1,000, right, Shelby? I don't know. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I'm exhausted. I gotta cook. I'll see you guys later. Have a great Wednesday. Go to Chant's stream. Like and subscribe. Do all the things. I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much.